I need my got an abortion. Wife ain't with the shit, then I'm divorcing. Ain't no nigga made me, ain't no bitch save me. Money running through my veins, bitch. I need an IV. Ain't no nigga sign me, ain't no nigga play me. They know the mission, got love for me, cause I stand on business. I'm a menace. Sack the paper running through the trenches. You ain't convincing. All that tough talk, but we ain't listening. Some pussy niggas for they motherfucking dividends. Let me get that. Till they beg and let them pussies live in shit. You pray to God you see my vision in. I ain't wanna kill nobody, I just wanted the cake, nigga. I let them live. I'm a lion, fuck a rat, and a snake, nigga. We bake niggas, put them in the blender, watch them shake, nigga. Right now. Activate that cheat code, I couldn't wait, nigga. Bust them down, got a couple rounds for the hate, nigga. On the lake, bad bitch, my dick ate, nigga. Shank up. I stay running to that bank, bruh, no pay cuts. Money. Easy money like a layup. Yeah. You owe some paper, you gotta pay up. Yeah. You niggas sleep, but I'ma stay up. Shake up. I stay running to that bank, bruh, no pay cuts. Yeah. Easy money like a layup. You owe some paper, you gotta pay up. Money. You niggas sleep, but I'ma stay up. Bag in. Right now. Go on, bag that Jag in that ass in. Yeah. Bitch, I spin it on that fashion, no lacking. We'll turn this shit tragic, my faction. Pussy. I get money without asking, no practice. They threw me in the game, built my rank. Niggas knew that I wasn't playing. How I'm laying. I'm staying, I'm the man. Need them bands in my hand, that's the plan. Pussy. Diamonds dance, you can't stand with my niggas. You a fan, stack the 100 grand. Right now. You ain't a band. Shank up, don't talk to me, let your safe up. Better lace up, take the ball and face up. Shoot a 3 to your face, fuck, nigga. Yeah. Yo, Rich. Lion blood. Yeah. Pussy.
Nah, I remember. Honestly, you want to hear the funny shit? I hated dresses. And not because
Young Rich. Lion blood, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Huh?
Like, I used to
Money. Yeah.
And then my brother used to put them on my
Shank up, we up. I stay running to that bank, bruh, no pay cuts. Easy money like a layup. Pussy, you owe some paper, you gotta pay up. Right now, you niggas sleep, but I'ma stay up. Nigga, shank up. I stay running to that bank, bruh, no pay cuts. Easy money like a layup. Yeah. You owe some paper, you gotta pay up. Right now, you niggas sleep, but I'ma stay up. Saving all my paper, I need a fortune. Money. Raised by them hustlers and them killers known for extortion. Yeah, every dollar sold, I need my portion. Fucking on your bitch, got an abortion. Pussy. Wife ain't with the shit, then I'm divorcing. Ain't no nigga made me, ain't no bitch save me. Money running through my veins, bitch, I need an IV. Ain't no nigga sign me, ain't no nigga play me. They know the mission, got love for me, cause I stand on business. I'm a menace. Sack the paper running through the trenches. You ain't convincing. All that tough talk, but we ain't listening. Them pussy niggas for they motherfucking dividends. Let me get that. Till they beg and let them pussies live in shit. You pray to God you see my vision in. I ain't wanna kill nobody, I just wanna.
We live on the motherfucking Shank Show where we get paper and stay low. Hey man, say man, I got Miss Mandy in here with me tonight. You hear me? Hey, I sent the emails out to everybody. You know, it is Easter Sunday, so people with their families and, you know, so me and Mandy will shoot the shit real quick. Yeah, you know, every time we go live, we live on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So you can go to any of those and watch the live stream. The chat is open. The chat will be read live on all platforms. So Mandy, what's going on with you? How you doing tonight?
Nothing. Bad. We ate. And I'm chilling now. I don't want to move. We ate. We
Ate
had
good.
prime rib, lamb chops, mashed potatoes, chicken and potatoes, rice, salads.
Damn. Y'all did it
Yes.
big. Y'all did it big.
My brother barbecued all the meat, and then he had put the chicken and the potatoes in the oven, because my mom's out of the country. So he was like, I'm gonna throw down, and we all just made sides and came over, sides and dessert.
Okay.
Yeah.
A good family, outing,
Yeah.
just like Thanksgiving be, you know what I'm saying?
And this one, no drama, thank God. So, it was a win-win. We ate good, and we left on chill spirits.
That's right. And that's the main thing. It's always good when people come together like that. Because, families now, it ain't like it used to be. Family unions and, shit crazy.
Nobody talks to nobody, that's why. Everybody got drama.
Everybody doing their own thing. Ain't nobody together.
Somebody owes somebody want money. They can't be in the same house together. There's going to be some on-site shit.
Exactly. Who that, Big? Heavy?
What's happening?
Oh, shit. Heavy in the motherfucking building. Happy Easter, my nigga.
Happy Easter. What's up?
Happy Easter. I see you got on the Easter colors, bro.
You see me? I did
like
it.
the Easter egg.
Yeah.
Well, hey, why you looking like one of my nephews when I say you look good? You see me? I had to show us the whole fit.
Hey, what's up, Mandy, baby?
Not much. How was your Easter?
My Easter was good, baby.
That's what's up.
Just praise the Lord today, thank God for what I got.
That's
You
right.
made your one stop a year to church today?
No, I don't do that. I don't do that. Today be the most busiest day in church in the history. I hate to even go.
Yeah, it's Christmas and Easter.
Too much to go through.
I ran in before work yesterday.
That's what's up. Damn, Mandy, I don't never see you. I guess I can't see you. I guess.
Oh,
yeah.
it's not about me. I was folding clothes, so all you have around me.
I'm talking about see you. Period. I want to link up with you and spend some time with you, girl.
Like our one-on-one.
Yeah, just say, hey, what up? Kick it.
We were supposed to do it together with the group.
We just be on this motherfucker,
You might be a lot to handle one-on-one.
I ain't a lot to handle, baby. I'm
not gonna have Shank. I'm not gonna have Shank to tell you, hey, give her a second. She's trying to speak.
Girl, bye. No, we on here.
You said what?
I be doing my podcast thing, baby. Don't judge me.
You could invite me to your podcast. I'll jump on and throw a little flavor on that motherfucker.
No, I'm talking about I be doing my podcast. That's my mind on here. So don't judge me on a personal tip. You feel me?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Hey, you're live right now. You telling the people, though. You telling the people the real thing, the real deal.
It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Because I be me. But I be on that business when I'm on here.
When you on here, you want tip. You're not on business. You want tip.
They can hear that. I'm on that business.
Controversial like T.I.
I'm on that business tip. But don't compare me to no hoe nigga though.
I never thought you were.
Yeah, T.I. hoe nigga.
Oh, he is, yeah. I was talking about he always on the tip though. He always on the controversy.
The fuck T.I. man.
You can tell. Listen. You can tell like who's a real one and who's not by how the children come out.
Mm-hmm.
For real, because like if your kids consistently having issues, what the fuck you doing as a parent? You out here in these streets showing you a good person and all this rah and that, but then your kids are going through their own shit always.
Exactly.
And I just want it's always something.
Yeah. T.I. is a Hollywood nigga. You feel me?
100%.
He ain't no real nigga. He a Hollywood.
He's for sure.
He definitely is. Hey, that just made me think about something. I seen an interview with Shannon Sharp and DC's, Yandy nigga.
Yeah, DC bitch ass.
Yeah, and DC's, he made a good point though, because he was asking him about Ja Morant and his daddy, like why, where the parents at type shit. So
exactly,
DC's was like, shit, nigga, that could never be me, because I'd never let my son, treat me no type of way for no money. I'm on his ass. You feel me? Like, what the fuck is you doing, nigga? Because Sharp, like sometimes when you make the money, you make the calls. As the kid now.
No.
He like,
but let me tell you something. I'm a female. and God will, I'll end up getting married or something. I might make more money than a dude, but at the end of the day, as a female, as a real one, I'm gonna follow dude's lead.
That's how it's supposed to
You
be.
can be making, if I'm making all the money, we got no issues. And you making whatever you're making, but we got no issues like monetary wise. It ain't the thing. Like my talents get paid more I get paid for my talents than you did yours.
That's right.
We still both working. We're still both contributing. It's that I don't know if I ever actually want to have this conversation now. Have you ever heard of a 80-20 relationship, but revolving 80-20?
No, what's that?
So, in my eyes, a perfect relationship will always have a revolving 80-20, where you will never give more than 80% and you will never give less than 20%. Like, it can never, ever always be even 50-50. Somebody's always going to be down either emotionally, monetarily, physically. So the other person has to come through. That 20% that you have to have could just be the love.
That's
like,
right.
God forbid, I get married and I end up fucking paralyzed. I'm still going to love dude. I can't do shit else. That's my 20%. But you got to be willing to sacrifice 80% to that person for you to be actually happily, and it going to work.
No, that's
Because a man ain't
that's a great
judged by
point.
the money. Like you can't,
No,
you
it's gotta
can't,
be-
say-
gotta be
you
selfless
can't, you
when it
can't
comes to
say that
relationship.
man. You can't say that man ain't no man because he don't make much as you.
That's right.
He's still a man at the end of the day. And I'm
Like,
the
I
type
was
of
raised
nigga, I
to
don't give a
hustle.
fuck.
And see,
I don't give a fuck if my woman make more than me. That don't bother me.
Nah.
But you gonna respect me though.
But the
That's-
thing
that's
is,
a given.
it's respecting.
You
It's
feel-
respect both ways. But
Yeah, I know,
it's
but you gonna
always-
respect me because you ain't gonna disrespect me because I ain't making the money that you make. Is what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Yeah, of course I'm gonna respect you, but you're not gonna treat me no different because I ain't making what you make.
Exactly.
Yeah,
A
you
real
still
one would
treat
it.
me like
A
a
real
man.
one would it. But
You know
there's
what I'm saying?
there's a lot of females out there that are not dominating in their person. They're really not dominating in their personality. They try to dominate with the money and control shit instead of just having a strong person. You can have a strong personality and not have to control shit.
Exactly. Long as you're not that way toward me, you get it.
100%.
I don't.
We had this conversation months ago where we talked about females should always be feminine. I disagree because, like in the workplace, I have to put a wall up. I have to put a wall up so I don't get the fuck shit. I work security. You don't think I have dudes in my face 24/7?
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, that's real.
Talk about you gonna do this to me? You gonna do or I want people down all day long. You know how excited they get when I want in front of them? Like, girl, if you don't get the fuck on.
Yeah, baby.
And I gotta be an
Ass
asshole.
nigga.
Like, yo, get the fuck. Like, hey, you're good. Get the fuck on.
Yeah, cause you like this. Don't play me like that. You feel me? Like,
Exactly.
don't even
I'm
play
not
with
one of
me.
these hoes out here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't come here for you to stick your dick in my face while I'm working.
Yeah.
Hey, let me introduce. We got D Letterman, Sick Rick in the motherfucking building. What's happening, baby?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, you can't hear no other audio coming through, can you?
No, sir.
Okay, bet.
Hey, welcome to the Shank Show. We get paper, stay low. Hey, man, say, man, we got a full panel in here tonight. We got Timo Supreme just tapped in. What's up, Timo?
Who?
Timo, tap your audio in, my baby.
Yeah, man.
Oh, there you go.
What's up, man?
You in there. What's Gucci?
Screw the butt.
What's wrong, Tim?
What you say? What you say, Tim?
I said, screw the Bud Light. We live in the Miller High Life tonight.
Man,
Oh,
I was just
man.
about to say, before he started speaking, I'm like, bro, you didn't drink today. You look sober. But then you started talking.
And it came
And
out.
You showed us your little butt. Hey, and the burp, too. The burp gave me. But how was your Easter? How was your Easter, sir? I'm
Drunk?
talking to you, Tim. How was your Easter? He not used to me being nice. Hey, motherfucker, was your holiday good?
Tim,
It's good.
Yeah, he answered to that.
it was good, Timo.
Wait. Hold on. I'm having a...
You having a brain fart?
No, that was me feeding back. But, yeah, nice holiday. Yeah.
Oh, all right. So what you drinking on right now?
Miller High Life.
Oh, the Miller High Life. Power to the motherfucker. Hey, man, shout out to Miller High Life, man. We drunk. Yeah, you see I got my Easter colors on. You know what I mean? It's going down, man. Happy Easter to everybody.
Happy Easter. Happy Easter.
Yeah.
Happy Easter.
Does anybody know the significance of Easter? Can anybody expound on that?
Okay, so I had a conversation with my coworker, but he wanted to take it to pagan history and all that shit. But as a Catholic, I was raised. This is when when Jesus rose from the dead on the third day. Black Friday was when he went down, and then Good Friday was when he went down, and then Sunday he rose.
Anybody else want to add something to that? Rich?
I mean, that's the gist of it, basically. Ain't really nothing much to add to it. You know what I mean?
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Heavy?
I mean, it's the fundamental it's the fundamental foundation for Christianity. If there is no resurrection, then there is no salvation.
100%.
You know what I mean? Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Heavy. What's your take on Easter?
Well, the real meaning of Easter, man, is really scary, but I guess that's what they say, that this is the day he risen. I guess we celebrate that today, and if today is indeed the day that he risen, then I respect that. But if today ain't the day he risen, then, you know what I'm saying, I still respect, I respect when he risen. So I guess it's all in the thought of it and giving him homage today for being, the day that supposedly, quote unquote, he was risen. But, the real meaning of Easter is really dark, you know what I'm saying, and sick. So, they mix that with, the reality of he's supposed to have risen today and with the bunny and all that that's, connected to it and all that is some other shit. But, it's whatever it is. But, I believe in God sincerely. So, I, celebrate the day that he was risen. Even if he wasn't risen today, I still celebrate whenever he was risen, because, just really thinking about that book and telling us what dates and all that, I don't believe none of that. But, you know what I'm saying, I do believe in God, so I'm celebrating the day that he was risen, even if it wasn't today. You know what I'm saying, without the bullshit that's come along with it, and I can celebrate the day that he was risen, even if it wasn't today. I know the Bible was so many different times and rewritten, and so ain't nothing original, and honestly, I don't know what to believe and what not to believe. But
let me ask you this, Heavy,
and believe that whatever day he risen, even if it wasn't today, I celebrate that.
Okay. Let me ask you this. When you say that this holiday is dark and you said it's dark and it's what else?
Yes.
Yeah, you described it as a couple things, but can you elaborate on that?
Well, it says that Easter was like some sick shit that they play a game with little kids, and the little kids hid, and the guys were dressed like a bunny and get the little kids and do shit to them, and just sick shit like that. It's called back in the day, I forget how you name it. Back in the myth, thing. The real thing about Easter is dark. Like, the thing that's around Easter, not, what I'm saying, him risen, but just the bunny and the rabbit and the eggs and the, it's just like it's sick. So that's the real like back in the days where they was in the days of the people on the horses and all that. They had Easter was a whole different meaning of what it mean now. You know what I'm saying? They just made it nice with the bunny and all that. You know what I'm saying? But it really come from something dark.
And you know what? That's crazy that you say that, because a lot of these holidays have other meanings, and we celebrate them not even knowing what it really stands for. St. Patrick's Day, Thanksgiving, a lot of these Halloween,
exactly.
a lot of them have other important, very we wouldn't celebrate it if we really looked into it. Yeah.
Exactly.
But I have with what you guys were saying about it being dark. It could have started that way. I don't know the whole thing. My first time hearing about it was yesterday, to be honest with you. But anybody coming together in God's name and celebrating it, it doesn't matter what it came from. It turns into a holy thing.
Yeah.
It's prayer. So
truth.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying.
Yeah.
So many words. Like that's why I just go on and celebrate it for the, what I'm saying, for what it is.
Yeah.
And for God. But
it's really like a really to bring family together. That's the
100%.
main point.
That's
bring family together in harmony, and that's a time that we love each other and rejoice and have a good time.
Give praise. Yeah.
That's how we celebrate it now.
Yeah, made our own meaning. So let me do this. Timo Supreme, what's your take on Easter, my man?
Well, also raised Catholic like Mandy, but to me it sort of means even if your ass is crucified with a cross strapped to your back and strapped to it for saying, you a son of God, that you're damn legendary now, Jesus. Like you're a damn legend. Like you got nails put in you and everything, and I don't know. According to all accounts, like somehow disappeared from the tomb. Don't know how that happened, but I'm just saying it kind of like that's sort of that part of that meaning of Easter, and then the rest of Easter is just the celebration of spring. I think that's why you get the Easter bunnies, the egg hunts, the stuff for the kids. Because that's pretty dark, but you do have something like 2,000 years ago that people are still celebrating. So that's sort of my take on Easter. I'm not trying to offend anybody here. I'm just saying, like, even because some people say, "Oh no, he was just a prophet and he just got crucified for what he was saying." Seems like so. That's the story. Yeah. But I think that all the other stuff too it's cool for the kids, like Easter egg hunts, Easter bunnies. That's fun. It's kind of like when you compare it to like Christmas, right? Where it's like, this ain't really about Santa Claus, but it's good for the kids. That's sort of my take on Easter. Like you don't even have to believe in Jesus or God. You still celebrate Easter and go. It's a time to get together with people. If you have people to get together with, I don't. But you can also just do the Easter egg hunts, all that stuff. But, I don't know. How long do you want me to rant on for? Just go back to the host or something.
Right.
I was just saying. I'm just saying. That's my take. Is like, yeah, it's very dark. It's a very dark thing because a man was, crucified. Apparently.
Come on.
I guess I have to keep going. Keep the show alive. But yeah. So. No, I mean, I don't mind. Like, I don't think anybody minds like the Santa Claus stuff on Christmas or the Easter egg and all that. Beginning of the spring, nice little holiday. I don't know. Over to you, Mandy.
So there's a video of the Dalai Lama directing a young child in a ceremony in front of multiple people. I don't know what he does to the kid. The kid gets like all uncomfortable, and then he tells the kid to suck his tongue, and the kid full on sucks Dalai Lama's tongue in a ritual, and like everybody claps. And from what I was, that he's going senile. He's old and he's going senile, and they're still like going along with whatever the fuck he wants to do.
Yeah, that was weird. I saw it.
That's fucking weird,
Like,
creepy, weary.
The thing I didn't see, because the video I saw was the kid was like blurred, but it seemed like the kid was like sticking his tongue out at him or something.
No, he did something to the child first, underneath, where you see he reaches his hands underneath, and then he tells the kid, suck my tongue. And then he sticks his tongue out and the child sucks on his tongue.
Yeah, I didn't see that. That was kind of creepy as bleep.
But people are just saying how if you're an elite in this world, you pretty much can and will get away with anything and everything. And that's the shit that most of them are into is pedophilia.
Yeah, I don't know. What religion is the Dalai Lama? I don't even know. What is that, like the Buddhist or something?
I want to say Buddhist or Hindu.
Kind of like...
Yeah. Did you catch that, Pablo?
They're probably going to be upset about that, because the Dalai Lama is, like, not like the original. Like, he's, like, one of the...
No, he is the original Dalai Lama. Before him was Mohandas Gandhi.
Oh, okay, Gandhi. All right.
Yeah,
okay.
so he's his predecessor, whatever. I don't know how the fuck you say it, but he was after Gandhi. There you go.
Hey, let me ask y'all this. Speaking of this type of shit, the Pope. Every time I see this nigga, he driving through a crowd, he waving and shit. Then he start kissing babies and shit. So tell me why this nigga, the Pope, is so powerful. Why? Does he heal motherfuckers? Do he heal people?
Think about it like this. Who are the most powerful people? People that other people think that can do something for them. So if you think I could do something for you, you're going to kiss my ass, suck my dick, be up my ass, try whatever for me to do it. These people think that these people are the key to the Holy Land and they have the key to heaven and all the right stuff. All they need to do is be prayed upon. And also, if you upset these people, they're like, you know what I'm saying? If you do something against these type of people or upset them, what are the consequences? You're always going to think that because of their position.
Hell yeah, like the Jews.
Yep.
You better not say nothing bad about them.
No.
They got some shit that they put into law, into this, anything that you, like that anti-Semitism, however you say it, that shit is basically saying anything in, how can I say it? Anything in
negative.
Negative, but it just in opposition to them.
Or derogatory.
Anything in opposition, like saying like they run everything. You can't say
I was
that.
just gonna tell you, be careful what you say, because I don't want my internet getting cut off.
Yeah, you can't say they run everything. I don't believe that. I'm not fucking with them. Hey, I don't have nothing bad to say about them, but you can't say too much about them.
No. And that's what I said. Like, be careful. We need our internet.
Hell
They
yeah.
cut our shit so quick.
Yeah, like as far as the Pope, like the Vatican in Rome is its own country. So dude's got his own country. And nobody messes with that because then you have like, I don't know, like all the Catholics. But they didn't even mess with the Vatican in World War II. Think about that. They were like, oh, you know, because Italy joined the Axis of Evil, including Japan and who was it? It was it was Japan, Italy, and Nazi Germany. And it was like, yeah, but we're not gonna mess with the Vatican. Because then it's like all bets are off when you start messing with the Pope and a bunch of. I mean, it's.
But does anybody know what the Pope does, like on a day-to-day? What does he do?
He gets walked around because he needs help.
That shit crazy.
Yeah, like, well, I've heard he was sick. He was just in the hospital, so he was doing that. But, yeah, he just gives like a blessing at the church. That didn't happen so much during COVID. Probably did one Easter Sunday today in Italy, which is past. And then gives guidance to a bunch of people.
But how good is his guidance going to be if he's old and isn't thinking for himself? Like the Dalai Lama is not thinking for himself. He's like legit going senile. And people are going to him for real decisions.
Yeah, I don't know. He's like over 80. He just replaced another guy, another pope, and then there'll be another one. I don't know. Seems like there's to get up to there. Got to be like really accomplished or something. Like you have to be like a priest, then a cardinal, then a bishop.
I don't know. I heard about a prophecy where some prophet back in the 1800s predicted how many popes there would be, and basically this pope that we have right now is basically the last one, according to his prophecy.
Yeah, but what's going to stop it? Did he explain?
The world going in. Shit. Basically, it's the last days, and the final prophet will be kind of like progressive, and kind of go against scripture. And I mean, if you look it up, this pope has said some things that were kind of considered controversial, So, I mean, I don't know the particulars of it, but that's just,
Who got the game on here?
Not me.
The game?
That would be me, sir.
Oh.
Why you got that on there? Take that off.
Well, for what?
We don't want to see you playing the game. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to watch it.
No, we don't want to see it on here, period. This is a podcast. This ain't, you know what I'm saying? Nigga playing a game.
Shot a baby
I
doesn't.
mean, we still talking.
Bro, we don't want to see it on here. I'm saying.
Shank,
Hey.
it's up to you, man.
Hey, it
You
ain't
don't want
up
me to do it?
I just said it. I just said it.
Hey,
What are you
hold on.
talking about?
Hey, what else been going on in the news though?
They want to see the nigga playing the game for like that.
You guys heard about the that fucking fake ass shots fired at
At 12 Oaks?
nah, what you call it? Great Lakes.
Great Lakes. They talking about it was an active shooter
They
and shit.
tased this girl. They tased the girl, and you know when you tase somebody, it makes a pop noise.
Right.
So somebody screams, shots fired, and they're trying to find whoever screams shots fired and charge them. But they tased the girl inside there themselves, and they went looking for the shots that were fired.
That's crazy. And they had machine guns and everything.
Yeah, that's some Detroit police type of shit. Remember that one time Detroit police and it was some kind of unit and another unit went and about to start fighting each other.
Yeah.
That's the type of time they were fucking on.
Yeah, that shit crazy. That shit crazy. What else? What y'all think about Trump, man? They done indicted the baby, man. Fuck. They trying to keep him out of office by all means.
Well,
He got a lot of money to fight that shit.
yeah, but they just trying to put a wrench in his running for president. You know, where he got to be sitting in court because his first court date start when the elections start. So it's like a wrench. You know what I'm saying? To kind of fuck his election up where he be sitting in court where he ain't visiting all the states and really electing, doing what he need to do because he got to go to court. You feel me? Like, it's just a ploy. Like, you know what I'm saying? They ain't got shit on the nigga. So, you feel me? Like, they saying they don't even have what he charged with. They saying that he did that to stop a crime. But what is the crime he stopped? Like, they don't, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no crime. So what are y'all talking about? Like, they just gangsters. The Democrats gangsters doing what the fuck they want to do in office. Flat out, dog. And if we let this shit slide, dog, that's the interior of our country fucked up, bro.
Well, they probably ain't gonna be able to convict him. I don't think they're gonna.
Just gangsters.
I don't think they're gonna be able to convict him because the bitch, she would have been said something. She was gonna say something. They trying to say that he gave the bitch Stormy Daniels some hush money, right? Ain't that part of the indictment?
Wait, let me jump in here. Why do we keep calling her by her porn name? Call her by her real name.
Cause she's a porn star, man.
Because if you say her real name, nobody's gonna know who the fuck she is.
Yeah, exactly.
What you mean, bro?
Either way.
You can say Christina Walkowitz, and we're not gonna. I don't know that. We don't know the fuck that is. I don't know that.
All right, fine. Oh yeah, for the show. All right, fine. But that was the arraignment. His first hearing's not till December 4th. That would put him 1 year away for the election. So that's just the motion. The motions is y'all either have been to court or you know about how long these processes take.
What do you mean? That's not 1 year. That's when he started running.
December.
That's when he started campaigning.
No, he's already running for president. No, in 2023.
Campaigning. He's gonna be campaigning on that date.
Yes.
That's when they first start campaigning hard.
No,
I think the judge on that date.
The judge, no.
Yes, sir.
He won't be.
That's when they
he
start
won't be president. He won't be president until January.
I said campaigning, my brother.
Yeah, he's already campaigning.
He fucking his campaign up, running, campaigning.
Oh yeah. No, I agree
That's
with
what
you.
I'm talking about. Right.
I was just saying, like, his court date is not set. Was set on the 4th for 8 months away.
The day they start campaigning.
The motions to dismiss start in this September of 2023. Then his first hearing will be in December of this year. Then the primaries start in February. Super Tuesday is in March of 2024. By then, he'll probably be the candidate for president if they don't dismiss it outright. This is what you said. about. They didn't even show what the charges were. So he's got a brilliant legal team, and then he'll be the front runner. Like the GOP debates actually start in August before even the motions start. So it's kind of like everybody thinks they're gonna get Trump. They ain't gonna get him, man. He's like Teflon Don, man. I don't know.
No, they ain't gonna get him, bro. They just gonna
get him.
And then, like, if we sit back and let this shit happen, dog, we just as weak as the people. I feel like we just as weak as, you know what I'm saying, dog. We can't let this shit pop off anyway. Because you know what I'm saying? Because if we let this shit pop off, then it's gonna show that they can do what they want to do to us as a people and get away with it, bro. Just do anything to us like bullies. Like, who the fuck the Democrats think they are? Like, they gangsters at this point. They're not even politicians. They done turned to gangsters. And as American citizens, we supposed to sit back and let that happen? We're gonna be bullied and gangstered by our fucking government, bro. Think about the people on the smaller level that go to court and do some shit. It wouldn't be shit to put something on them, but just do what the fuck they want to do so we can get locked up. Ain't that a bitch? We can't have the gangsterism in America, not in our politics and our government.
100%. And even if they were to try and successfully convict him, it's a nonviolent crime. It's his first offense. He's not going to do jail time.
Oh, ain't no jail time, no way.
No, I'm just saying, no, hear me out. Even if they were to convict him, it's a nonviolent alleged crime. Like, that he wouldn't do any jail time. They're letting out rapists, murderers, all sorts of stuff in New York City. They're not, like, even if they were to try to somehow railroad Trump, which they're trying to, like, when he'll be the candidate for presidency, he has Secret Service for life. That's by law. So what are they going to do? Lock up the Secret Service too, and Trump in New York? No. I'm just saying, even if he got a felony conviction, that's not a disqualification for President of the United States. Like Dick Cheney, he had 4 DUIs. Like, and a couple of them were felonies. He was the vice president. He was second in line. So, like, a lot of this speculation is kind of like, Trump could just, like, call his lawyers and say, yeah, I plead guilty, whatever, but they're not going to lock him up because he's a first-time nonviolent offender, and it's punishable by, like, a year in jail if he had other offenses, but he has no offenses. That's what I'm saying. But
and what about the punk motherfucker Biden, bro? What about Biden, bro? All the shit that he got.
Oh, did you see?
Hold on. When Biden was vice president, he took a lot of documents and shit to the crib. And when you vice president, you can't take documents of no sort being vice president. You only the president can do that. You feel me? And he got a long line. Where's the computer? What about the charges with him with the papers that they supposed to get back from him? We never hear from that again. But at the same breath, y'all charging Trump for this bullshit, bogus charge that y'all charging him, but we don't hear nothing about Sleepy Biden and the paperwork that he got out. What the fuck happened to that story? It disappeared. It's gone. We don't hear about it no more.
And his son was working with Russia. Ukraine, not Russia, Ukraine. His son was working with Ukraine. And remember, Trump was trying to expose that shit.
Yeah, they sent a laptop he got. So he was trying to get the laptop. They said fuck all that. But let's concentrate on Trump and lock Trump. They're bullies. Democrats is bullies, but Democrats is bullying the fucking the government, bro. It's ran by bullies. You feel me? And it will allow them to bully Trump, regardless of who like Trump and who don't like Trump. That's not the motherfucking story right now. The story is America. Are we gonna be dictated? Are we gonna be Are we gonna be dictated now?
Are we going to be ran like the Russians and the Chinese? And is it a communist? I mean, what is it? Because if they gangsters in the government, then we damn well may be communists. You know, we're looking at communists right in the eye. You know what I'm saying? Before we know it, our country would be communist. So if we let this shit slide, guess what? We're going to be fucked up. You feel me? Hey, bro, we're not advertising. Hey, Rich, we're not advertising for them, bro. This is what I'm telling you. They not paying us to advertise for them. So I not need to see that on the show. Have that ever been on a show you ever been on? And somebody playing something like that, bro? So I ask you to take that off. We're not getting paid for that, bro. One had nothing on the Shank Show we ain't getting paid for. That's just real. Like who do that? Hey, and it's not a game show. You feel me? Like I'm just saying, man, be respectful, bro.
Plus, we don't have rights to that, so you
know what I'm saying? He just got that on there, like you get it, like that's just bogus. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to be a bully or that nigga. Be respectful.
Yeah, play your game or join the show. That's it.
Right. That's all I'm asking. You know what I'm saying? But a nigga still be disrespectful. You feel me? That's what I be talking about, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? What's the realism of it, bro? You know what I'm saying? Don't come on our show playing like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just playing games on our shit, bro. Like, the whole thing disrespectful to me, bro.
And you're the
Anybody ever did that shit? You nigga, we did our other podcast? No. It'd be for a reason.
Back to the conversation about Trump. Shank figures out a way to kick him off. Unfortunately.
Right.
How you
is that, no, this is good news that the House Oversight Committee, led by the Republicans, just subpoenaed 15 years worth of the Biden records. So they're going after Biden.
That's what's up. Feel me? But if you going after Trump, you gotta go after
for over 200 for over 200 suspected bank transactions. So over a bunch of different banks to say, hey, they have to provide those records to the House Oversight Committee, I believe it's called. Don't quote me on that. But no, we're going to see those transfers. And if you got transferred that money before you were in office, man, your ass is toast. But then you got, like, as far as Biden, then we got to deal with Camel Toe Harry.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Let me ask you this.
I got the ding dong wrong, the Camel Toe Harry.
Heavy.
Well, I think he'll resign. Biden will.
You think so?
Just in time to get pardoned by. I'm gonna give her respect. Vice President Kamala Harris. He'll resign.
Hey, what do you think about that? Because Florida's governor is gonna run for president. Del Antos or some shit like that. Very liberal.
It's question me.
Yeah, Del Antos, Florida's governor.
DeSantis.
Yeah, DeSantis. He very liberal though. He's a gun guy. He said everybody can carry concealed. He don't give a fuck. You don't have to have no permit. Stand your ground. Kill a bitch.
Well, he hasn't declared, but he did win Florida by 20 points.
Hey, Rich. Rich.
Yo.
Can you come in? Can you cut your camera on and come in?
He still got that on there. Don't give a fuck. That's why I'm gonna black his motherfucking eye for sure, nigga. I ain't lying, bro. That nigga disrespectful.
He'll come in, man. He'll come in.
What's the problem, man? What's going on?
Heavy.
I stepped away for a second.
Heavy said promotion. That's promotion that we ain't gonna, you know what I mean? But just come in for me.
Oh. Well, you know, you don't have to have rights to that. That's
It don't matter.
everybody do it.
I said cut that shit off.
It's millions. It's millions and millions of podcasts where people play games and talk.
Nigga. It ain't a debate.
And,
this ain't your show. It ain't a debate.
well, I'm gonna do it for Shank. I'm cutting it off for Shank.
And nigga, you
I
cutting it off.
appreciate you, Rich.
Shank.
I appreciate you.
Cut it
Shank,
off 'cause I said cut it off, bitch ass nigga.
Shank invited. Shank invited.
You cut it off because I said cut it off, bitch ass nigga.
Hey,
Shank invited.
when y'all niggas gonna kiss and make up, man? Stop playing, man.
You a bitch ass nigga, boy. And stop playing with me.
Well, he's the
I
emotional
told you,
one.
nigga, don't play with me though,
They
nigga.
used to be fooling them.
He's
Yeah,
the
they had a
emotional
show
one.
together. They had a show together. Rich,
I ain't emotional, nigga. So you
Rich
disrespect
verse
But
3.
you know what? It was a good show.
It was a good show.
It was very entertaining. It had good topics.
It did. I liked it. I was tuning in.
Don't disrespect.
Heavy. Y'all show was the shit.
Let him get upset. Let him let it all out so we can move on.
Cause I said it, bitch ass nigga.
So we can move on and be adults. Let him get it out. Let him get it out of his system.
How do you disrespect me, Rick? I'm telling you that right now, you bitch.
Hey,
Let
y'all
him get it out of his
y'all
system.
gotta
Let him
make
get it out
up,
of his-
man. Listen,
Hey, look.
we gotta stick together as black people, man. What the fuck? Look, we doing the circus of look.
Hey, you guys got the white man.
Yeah, he looking at us, laughing at us. Tim, he got up, stomach out. Miller High Life. God.
Hey, man, hold on. Who's the one raising their
Keep
voice?
playing with me, nigga.
Hey, curse.
Keep playing with me, though, nigga.
Who's the one? Don't say you guys. I'm sitting. I'm
All I need you
calm
Just keep
and
this-
collected.
I was
Every
talking
time
to
you
Shane
think
too.
you
I just wanted to show you guys the white man left the
You
room.
feel me, you bitch?
Yeah, he don't have time for this shit, man.
Oh,
No,
Yeah.
I'm still.
Guys, hey, you guys got he got PTSD.
Don't play
from
with
y'all
me,
motherfuckers.
nigga.
I'm still here.
Miller High Life, motherfucker. Miller High Life, motherfucker.
Hey, that's why.
Hey.
That's why he looked different. He didn't have a cigarette in his mouth.
Let me hear it.
Long as it ain't no Bud Light, we good.
Hey,
You know?
can y'all get along enough to have a fucking show where we can talk about the topics, man? Come on now. Come on.
I'm good.
All right,
I'm ready to
listen.
go, man.
Heavy, give me a topic. Give me something
I got
interesting,
your
bro.
topic. I got
Go
your
ahead,
topic.
Mandy. Go ahead.
Hey, money between friends where it goes bad.
Money between friends where it go bad?
Wait,
I think
nigga.
that's what happened here.
Shit.
I
I
don't
think
know.
somebody owes somebody a couple dollars, like $3-4.
I don't think it's about money.
Pony ride.
Crazy.
Niggas don't really fall. I'm saying like it'd have to be like a nigga did something like he tried to cut my water off, or he done stole some
Nah,
money.
you can't play with my money. I am the nicest motherfucker in the world. But if you borrow money and you don't pay me back, I better not see no fucking pictures. You're not even allowed to go out to eat, my baby. You about to miss. Hey, you went and got fucking Popeyes?
So listen,
Hey, you
what if they tell you this, Mandy? They say, listen, Mandy, I need to borrow $500, and I'm gonna pay you back when I get my taxes. You know what I'm saying? And
if they've ever borrowed money from me before and never paid back, you wouldn't even get $1. I'm sorry, you can't even borrow my spit if you on fire at this point.
but if they say they gonna pay you back when they get their taxes, you gonna lend them the money?
No, hell, if they borrow
For
money
the
before,
for the first time. For the first time.
I very rarely, unless I really, really fuck with you, loan you money out like that because people don't pay.
That's good. That
Like
keep.
this, and I love it. I love it when it's like a little bit of money, like a $20 to $50, and you don't pay me back. All right, it just cost me that much to get rid of a fuck person out of my life.
Well, what if?
Hey, you know what?
But wait.
Hey, you know what?
Let me make it a little more personal though. But what if it's your family member, sister, brother, cousin?
Oh yeah, no, like I got family members like my brothers and sisters that owe me money. I just called it a wash because I know you guys.
That's how Heavy do me. Cause I didn't borrow all
Yeah.
type of money for Heavy, and I don't pay him
Yeah,
back.
nah.
He just act like it ain't happening, and I be like, damn, I got it. Once I
So
get
what
rich,
you do-
once
what
I
you do,
get
you
rich
silently
though.
wait.
But listen, once I get rich, I'm gonna get Heavy more than he could even. You feel me? He gonna get it all because he
100%.
always held me down. So You know, I
100%
love my
how
brother.
shit.
That's why I love
But
my
you
brother.
wait, listen, when he got it up, like, yo, don't you owe me that $20 too?
Yeah, for real.
Listen,
Yeah,
at,
but you know,
at this point
you
in my
know,
life, you got to be as petty as they are. If they petty enough to borrow money from you and not pay it back, you petty enough to fucking do whatever the fuck you want. It could be on site at this point. I work hard for my money. I work with my hands for my money. So, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Would you set their car on
Hands
fire?
get back.
Would you set their car on fire, Mandy?
Nah, I like that. I'm gonna hit you in the face.
Damn,
I'm gonna
Mandy
disrespect you.
she wanna do some
I
physical
headbutt
damage.
motherfucker. I'll smile and headbutt you.
Damn.
Yeah.
Heavy, what you think about that?
man, listen, bro. I'm gonna be honest, man. In my life, man, I done gave so many motherfuckers, man, because a motherfucker can owe you money several ways. It ain't just got to be cash money that you give a nigga.
100%.
Right.
You can give a nigga something and they don't give your money back. You know what I'm saying? All kind of shit, bro. But it's like, or you can, you know, just get niggas money. Look out, just, you know, that part. But you feel me? Like in my life, man, if I just collected all the motherfucking money that niggas owe me in the streets, bro, I had probably 100,000. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I believe it.
Nah, I'm gonna tell the truth about it. Yeah. Yeah. But guess what though? It's all the game, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't dislike nobody, man. But like Mandy said, man, it just costs you that much to leave a fuck nigga alone. You feel me though? For real talk, but it be like that though. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't, hey, you know, it is what it is, man. It's life, man. You know what I'm saying? I done lost money, gambling money. So what's the difference? I done threw 1,000 in the titty bar, 5,000.
Hey, think about this, bro.
Like that person
I done
costs
did
time,
shit,
and my
bro.
time is
You
unlimited
know
money.
what you say, bro?
Think about how much
Man.
money over the years we just lost to the game though. Just to
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
just taking L's,
just
period.
take it, you know what I'm saying? Like if a nigga
Yeah.
kept all that money, if a nigga never went to the titty bar in the day shift all day, was in there, nigga never went to the mall, bought everything to the point to where we go to the mall and we like, damn, ain't nothing else to buy. When they coming out with some new
It's
shit.
different. Ain't that
You know
different,
what I'm saying?
right?
Like we can't, it ain't
Then
nothing
how
else to
about
buy.
the gambling money? The gambling
Yeah.
money was hurts the most.
Yeah, we was gambling like a motherfucker, betting on all type of shit, random
Yeah.
shit, all type of
All
crazy
that
shit.
bro. Like,
Nigga, we kept all that money, everybody in the crew would be millionaires. There's no question about it.
no question about it.
Spent a lot of money over the time. I remember this one particular time I had about 80 bands in my safe, and something happened with the plug, so we wasn't getting to work. It was a hole on the work, and the motherfucker got starving. Man, that 80 went to about. Next time I looked up and really was conscious about it, about 16 bands. I say, God damn! There wasn't no more money coming in either.
Right.
I say, man, listen, I gotta take that motherfucker 16 and break this bitch all the way down. You hear me? The Knicks, nigga. Shit. So, nigga, I took that 16, nigga, I turned that bitch probably back to about 25, 20, you know, and tried to sustain, you know, went back down about 10. But like, oh shit. Cause a nigga used to spending. So it's hard not to live how you been living, but the money ain't coming in, but you hoping it's coming in, hustling on the side, you trying to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? But we had to learn the hard way, man. I wish somebody would have been there to tell us, like, listen, man, with y'all money, man, go buy some property, go do this, go, you know, invest some stocks. This.
That's definitely where it's at.
The only thing that we did that was probably worth anything was we invested into a lot of studio equipment, and we was making music then, but we wasn't taking the music serious. We probably been on by now if we had been investing that money into the music. We just bought a whole bunch of expensive ass equipment and was recording for us, basically. You feel
right
me?
On some silly shit. Our perspective wasn't there.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
We didn't have the right perspective.
Yeah, we were like, fuck that rap shit. Nigga ain't no rapper, nigga. We bigger than the rapper. You feel me? They think them niggas getting money. They ain't getting no money for real, bro.
No,
Like they not getting no nigga. We said we got they big homie. You know what I'm saying? He coming to us. You know, all the rappers. So it was like,
Hey, remember, dog, we used to be out there, they used to be like, what they used to say when they see us together.
Y'all think y'all the street lords? We be like, bitch, the street lords ain't the only niggas getting money. Hell no.
The street lords, nigga.
What you talking about?
Lord, nigga. We who is.
Cause look,
Shit, nigga,
I ain't gonna lie. I had a couple homeboys that was real flashy with the money. So they used to have their money. We'd be on Belle Isle. They had their money out the roof, counting their money out the window. We got the music banging, got the 4 L7s in the back of that bitch, the caddy truck banging. Man. I was in the drop vet. Nigga be out the roof of the drop vet with the money. We had the old school on the spinners. 4 niggas with the 4 L7s in that bitch. Like, niggas was on the aisle acting a fool. Hey, bitches out the car dancing. You know what I'm saying? We in the tunnel. This when the traffic. You turn it on. This was when the tunnel was bagged up from traffic and niggas was out the car, had hoes out the car dancing in the tunnel. Niggas get so much fucking money, man. Money wasn't shit back then, bro. Nothing.
Candyland.
Oh, Candyland. That was a whole nother animal. Niggas still asking about Candyland. We had the after hour nigga. We had everything you needed in that bitch. We had nigga from every hood coming to that bitch. That shit was crazy.
Man.
That shit was crazy. Yeah, man. But yeah, man. Go ahead, Timo.
Are you guys familiar with the Chicago rapper Lupe Fiasco?
Yeah, I like Lupe. I fuck with Lupe.
Well, no, I was just gonna throw a verse down, topical on this topic.
All right.
That he has one of my favorite songs where he says, "If you're my homie, you never have to pay me."
Yeah. That's facts.
You guys know that song?
Because guess what? The reality of it is, you ain't gonna kill everybody who owe you money. Because you know why?
You gonna need them.
You ain't gonna think about it because it's the thing you gonna have that talk.
And they can make it up. Some
niggas who owe you money, you love them.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
I think
it's more to money. Money ain't everything. You know what I'm saying? It's the person. It's us. You know what I'm saying? It's the you know what I'm saying? Seeing our kids, our grandkids, dog. Money ain't everything, my nigga. You feel me? I love my niggas I love. You know what I'm saying? Not because I was weak, but because I love my niggas. It ain't worth, you know what I'm saying? Ain't worth doing nothing to a nigga catching a case. I love you, nigga, for real. You know?
That's like for instance, bro. Shit, nigga, we did a lot for niggas over here. We bought niggas cars. When Nick came home, we look out for everybody. Make, you know what I'm saying, best we can. Make sure they straight. Like, keep a nigga tucked with, you know, cause niggas sometimes when they come out of jail, they be on, they gotta adjust. They be on that jail shit. They be ready to go, flip out. Any nigga say something, they feel disrespectful, they ready to go. You feel me? We analyze the shit.
That's all they know is go mode.
All they know, cause we like, dog, he just talking. He just talking, but once he heard the nigga say what he said, we know the nigga just talking. But once dog heard what he said, he on his ass. So it's like, you know, we got to do more of that though in the black. We got to come together, man. It should be sad, bro. Every day on Metro Detroit News, niggas killing each other, niggas. Right, niggas, this shit is sad, man. I don't know how the fuck we gonna fix this shit, bro.
We need to fix it though.
That's why I give a lot of respect too. I want to shout out Grove Hero. You know what I'm saying? Cause that nigga, he a real nigga and he for the people and he he a down to earth nigga, man. I like dog. He a real solid nigga. But go ahead, Timo.
Oh, just as far as. I just was thinking of that lyric, and then Lupe Fiasco, I think the song is called The Show Goes On. He's like, and if you're my homie, you never have to pay me. Meaning, like, you don't have to pay him back, is what I take from that lyric. I don't know him personally, but yeah. And I want to revisit that DeSantis topic. I think, well, first of all, if for some reason Trump couldn't run or something, you know, obviously he's getting pretty old, 76 years old, I think he would be a good president because he's already, like, served in the House, 2-time governor, his term's up in actually 2026, and he just won Florida by 20 points. He's also a military veteran, and he went to, I don't know, Princeton, Harvard, Yale, like as a lawyer, so he would be a formidable force, not versus Trump, of course, but as like a vice president, that would be a great, like, you know, Batman and Robin team, you know. Like,
let me do this.
because that guy seems like, I just don't. He hasn't decided to run, and I think the reason why is he's kind of like comfortable. He's got he just had a wife. He's in his 40s. He's my age, and he's got 3 young kids, comfortable in the governor's mansion in Tallahassee. And does he really want to move them all to D.C. and deal with all that crap? I don't know.
I think he will for that spot. Hell yeah.
He don't want to go against Trump though.
Shit, why wouldn't he? He's just gonna build his name even more, even in the campaign if he lose.
What?
Hey, he should just be vice president.
Yeah.
Well, he might. That might could work. Yeah, that might could work.
What?
That could work. That could work.
Because he carried Florida by 20 points.
Yeah.
So he would carry Florida because people like all the other things you said about, like, him just giving, like, individual freedoms. Like, he was, like, one of the first people to not be locking down people.
That's what I was just thinking about during the COVID.
Open.
Niggas was mad at him because he had the restaurant still open, schools, everything. He like, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Put your mask on, nigga. Social distance.
Yeah. He was like, no. It was like screw the federal government.
Yeah.
Our beaches are open. Our bars are open for business. They've had the biggest net influx in the history of their state under him.
Santos.
Thinking, like, even from Democrat New York and other places, like going to Florida, and it's like he still won by 20 points. So I don't agree with Trump really criticizing him too much. He was like, I made you, dude, whatever. Like, I'm like, dude, you should actually have DeSantis on your side. Because they meet. I've seen pictures of them.
Yeah, they
like
both Republicans. So they could work. That could work.
Yeah.
Let me do this though, Timo. Hold on. Let me do this.
Yeah, that's a DeSantis thing.
D. Letterman.
I don't know what this dude's drawing a picture of over there.
Sick Rick.
Yeah.
Hey, brother. Mandy had a question about what was that question, Mandy? Mandy. She said about what did she say about borrowing money, like, you know, falling out, friends falling out over money. What's your take on that?
Oh yeah. I always say, man, you know, if you want somebody to disappear from you, let them borrow some money from you, you know.
See, you would get them out of there real quick, huh?
Right. But you know, I rarely met anybody in my life, man, and I gotta agree with Hefe, man, because sometimes you just love somebody so much, man, and it's just money, you know. But I've rarely met somebody who actually, because you got to think when you loaning somebody, that means that they're in need, sometimes in desperate need, because they ain't got no way to, you know, to get it. So when you give it to them, you know, it may not come back. So you know, and it's, you know, like you said, man, it's just money, you know, and you know, and you don't lend it out, especially if you really need it.
Mm.
And somebody come to me like, hey man, I need $1,000, and I only got 1,200 in the bank. You think I'm gonna give them that whole grand? I you know, say like, hey man, I could probably give you a couple hundred on it or something, you know what I mean? But I ain't gonna break myself.
Break the bank.
Exactly. But I've rarely met anybody in my life who actually stick to their word when it comes to the money, you know. For some reason, it's just money just make people just, you know, sometimes not honorable, you know, even your best of friends and your family.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I concur. I don't really like putting people into my debt. It's never worked out well. Yeah, because you weren't listening. I was just saying, it's one thing if it's family. Then it's like everything you got. But it's like, yeah, if it's just like friends, acquaintances, it's kind of like.
Well, if it's family, and what if they don't pay you back? What are you gonna do?
I mean, they still gonna be your family at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you
What
want
you gonna do? Kill it? You gonna kill your family?
Okay, you want to shoot the fair one then? Can you shoot the fair one?
Oh, no. Everything I have, any one of my family members, immediate family, even like kids of my brothers, can have everything I have. I don't care. I'll rebuild. You can have it if you want it.
That's solid.
I'll sell everything here.
That's solid.
Yeah, I'll do anything for my family.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to make a distinction between family and like friends.
Right.
It's like, help you out any way I can.
And what about a friend? Well, if they don't pay you back,
then that money's not coming back to you, maybe. Right?
yeah, but how do you feel?
Shitty, but
You don't want to shoot the fair one with them?
wait. I was just making a distinction between friends and family. Like, it's your family, man. Listen, if you're part of a family and somebody needs help, you don't help them, then what kind of a family member are you if you have a little bit of money?
I'm saying the friend, though. The friend, would you want to shoot the fair one with the friend for not paying you back?
No. When you loan money to a friend, you know that, especially when they're in trouble, you know that's probably not coming back.
Are you going to remain their friend?
Depends on which one it would be.
Say some not too valuable as others, huh?
Right.
No. I'm just saying. Would they remain my friend? Maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe not. It's
That's
hard
fair.
to answer.
That's fair.
I'd say, I'll loan you this money. Are you doing something with that money? Or are you just going to go take advantage of other people and not make
Right.
a damn effort to pay you back?
Right. Take advantage, right.
Yeah. Then you're kind of like, well, maybe you don't need that person as a friend no more.
Mm.
Maybe. It's so hypothetical, man.
Yeah, it is. Hey, let me ask y'all this, man. Let's get into this, right?
And one last thing. It's also like, what did you lend the money for? Right?
For abortion.
What? No, I was just saying.
No, just play.
Was,
Whatever.
What was the purpose of the money? And obviously, it's your money until they have it.
They went and bought
like,
some dope with it.
Oh, was it just to stave off a little bill?
No, they went and bought some dope with it.
But you know that they're out there working.
No, they bought some dope with it. Timo, they bought dope with it.
Well, you still want to be a friend of them, like,
because they can get the dope, right?
No, didn't say that. I'm just saying, you have to give me the reason. You have to give me the reason for the loan, and it's like, oh wait, you're gonna do something with this? Like, oh, I need money for like gas to get to my job. You know, those are valid reasons to loan money to a friend or something like that. You know, like.
But what if they bought dope with it?
Then you have to reconsider, like, whether or not you're gonna keep loaning the money. Cause you know that shit ain't coming back. They're gonna want more, and then all of a sudden, then you're an enabler, man.
Yeah, they gonna be high off you, nigga.
Yeah.
They gonna be higher than Daisy Dukes off your ass. You hear me?
Never get high off your own supply. That's biggie.
All right, look, I got something else I want y'all to.
10 crack commandments.
Yeah, it is. Let me ask you this, man.
It was actually Scarface first, but.
Oh yeah, it was. You're right.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Hey,
that's where Biggie got it from.
Yeah.
Okay.
In recent news, man, a 5-year-old was shot at a Detroit home after unsecured gun falls on the floor. Let me play this for y'all real quick.
This evening, we once again had another extremely irresponsible gun owner. Came here with a young boy that he is sitting with today. Came over to play with some friends. The story just keeps changing. It's ridiculous. One story after another. The first story was that the gun fell on the ground. Little boy, 5 years old, was shot in the back. He scooped the young boy up, was taking him to the hospital. Just down the street, there was a medic unit from the city finishing up a run. They were able to convey the child to Children's Hospital, where he is now listed in, thankfully, stable condition. Inside the home were 6 other young children, ages 3 to 16, and there was another adult, female, in the home. Again, just it's irresponsible gun ownership. Unfortunately, a little after 9 o'clock this evening.
So, basically, the little kid, another little kid picked up the gun and shot another little kid.
Shank, cite your source on that.
That's Metro Detroit News.
All
right. So, what is like gun control, man? You know, when I was young, you know, I think they did a pretty good job of keeping firearms from us. You know what I mean? Maybe we seen them, you know, knew they had them, but I never thought about touching it if I did see it. That's kind of how I was raised any motherfucking way. I'm like, shit, that'll get your ass beat, I know for sure. You know, because they done told you when you done seen it, like, don't you ever touch this motherfucker. You know, so I don't know. But it's sad a lot of kids getting shot, man. Gun safety, man. People got to practice that shit. What's your thoughts about that, Heavy?
Oh, man, shit. You know, that gun should have never been where them kids can get a hold to. I don't give a fuck where it fell from. Where the fuck did it fall from? Think about it fell.
Right.
From where, motherfucker? Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, where the fuck did you have it at? You know what I'm saying? There's no excuse for a kid to find a gun. If you got a gun, put it in a good enough
safe place.
Where the kid couldn't potentially find it and use it, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
So, now that you did, you know what I'm saying? Hey, You know, it was a mistake. You know, I don't wish no kid to get shot, but it was irresponsibleness by the parents, 100%. And hey, get what you had. You know, you get what you got coming, man. You know, that's life. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you do is consequence to anything that happens. So that's my take.
That's facts. Rich, what's your take on this, man?
Well, you know, living in a fucked up generation, you know, got parents that you know, probably I don't know how old these parents are, but I'm guessing they're young, you know, because the kids are young, you know. So, you know, if they was raised fucked up, then guess what? They raising those kids. Whoever picked up that gun is not from a good, like a traditional household, you know, with both parents in the house and probably single mother, you know. More than likely. So, I mean, that's the world we're living in now, you know. There's values and morals is upside down, you know. You turn on the TV, you got video games, you're killing people, and movies, and, you know, music, and, you know, everything is glorified, man. You know, guns and fucking and
Gay shit.
gay shit, you know, everything is upside down, you know. Which was right, what used to be right is now left.
Yeah.
You know, what used to be left is now right. The Bible says it too.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
Yeah. The Bible said that exactly in the last days. That's what would happen, you know. And that's a whole nother conversation. But these are the last days, man. You know, you got people who's
it's close. You see it. Evil is celebrated.
Yeah.
I just did a post. And I said, I see, hear no evil. I see, hear, speak no evil. Because evil celebrated. Now, I'm not going to celebrate evil. I'm going to celebrate good, righteous.
That's right.
Holy. You know what I mean? The positive, the right thing to do. Because that make you a man. Not the wrong thing to do, bro. Don't get it twisted.
That's right.
If you look at the big picture and zoom out for a second, right? And it basically good versus evil. God and Satan, right? And if you're Satan, what's the best way to take out mankind, right? Well, let's first of all, let's put the woman. Now, I ain't got nothing wrong with, you know, women, you know, having choice and all that stuff, you know, but if you look at different cultures, like the Arabs, you know, they keep their women covered. You know, they don't allow their women to step outside of the house without a cover on their face. Mm-hmm. I don't agree with that religion, but
you understand it. I understand.
But explain to me why. You look at the Arab cultures around the world, they don't have the same problems we have.
Mm-hmm.
The women aren't allowed to get an education. The women aren't allowed to drive. The only responsibility the woman has in the Arab culture is to stay at home and raise the children while the man goes out and brings the money home. Now, I realize I'm saying some controversial shit by saying that, right? But where are we gonna go from here?
Well, let me say this too. Let me just say this too, Rich. You gotta take in account too that in today's economy, it takes two incomes to really live a real comfortable life. If you just not no fucking rapper or entertainer, if you're just a regular person, two incomes that'll let you do your thing. You know what I mean?
Well, here's what I say to that. Here's what I say to that. Why does it take two incomes?
Because the price of living is high.
Okay, so back when women weren't allowed to vote, right? See, we got all this. We didn't get all this this welfare and all this stuff until they allow women to vote. We didn't get our taxes raised, and it's directly related to when women were allowed to vote.
Mm.
Now listen, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not against women's rights or nothing like that. I'm just pointing out the fact that these Arab cultures don't have the same problems we have. They don't have children running around firing guns.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have the same numbers. The divorce rates that we have. They don't have it.
They high.
And the women are happy.
Yeah. That's because they put their happiness first before family, before wealth, before everything. Their happiness is first. That's why.
And in some countries, in some of those countries, not the more progressive ones, but in some of those countries, if a woman cheats on her husband, you know what they do to her?
Kill her. Oh, beat her.
All right, listen. Now, it's different when a man does it. Now, let me tell you the difference. A woman, what they do is they'll dig a hole in the ground, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a bowl, right? And they'll put her in the center of the bowl. And they'll bury her up into her neck. And they'll stone her to death. Right?
Damn.
Now listen, if she could somehow escape and get out, then that's her.
She could live.
She could live on. Now the man, you know what they do to the man? They bury him up to his waist. And stone him. So what do you think is the easiest scenario?
Hell yeah, you getting out there from your waist down. You're going to get out there.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's a deterrent.
I'm saying, but see, nowadays, Rich, that's a hard argument because women are so bent on equality. Women are so bent on if you can cheat, I can cheat. It's the same thing. And I don't know why that when I bring up to women, I say, listen, you carry the babies, you have a womb, like niggas gotta enter you, like you only can be pregnant, like, you know what I'm saying? You can't be pregnant like by multiple niggas. You know what I'm saying? But I could go impregnate multiple women. So biology says, what does the biology say? You know what I'm saying? Every other in the animal kingdom, every other species, is they have many women, I just feel like even like the fact that there's more women than men, what does that say? You know what I mean? It's always been like that. So there's no way possible that every man could be with a woman and married to her and it would still be women left. So what does that tell you? You know what I mean? So we got to start looking at the simple facts of biology and taking that into consideration when a woman says equality, when a woman says when you cheat, I can cheat. When you know what I mean? Like I can say fuck you. I don't need you. But all across time, a woman needs a man for protection and provision. In the back in the day when there was lawlessness, I don't even know if that's a word, but Shank make up shit.
We get the drift though.
When there was lawlessness, you could just, if you seen a bitch with something that you wanted, you could hit her across the head, take whatever she had, take the pussy, everything. Nothing gonna, you know what I mean? So
listen,
they needed a man so that wouldn't happen to them. Women forget that. They forget that even we so modernized and they can call the police, the fire department, they go to the grocery store. We don't have to hunt and kill shit and bring it back. We've lost our importance to the black woman. Every other one know what the importance is of the man, every other culture. The black woman has lost their gratitude, they lost their need for the black male, and it's a shame, man.
Yeah, and you know what? If you remember history, and you look at all the great wars that have transpired, right? When has women ever won a war?
Never.
I mean, all these World War II, Civil War, Revolution, all that's how the country was founded. What's that war? Independence or something like that. All men, bro. All men.
Yeah, listen.
Women don't realize their fundamental right for freedom and liberty on the Constitution was based off of men.
Men is the leading factor in all of that, because we built the infrastructure. Men.
Look at everything. Look at everything around you in the room you're sitting in. Right?
Men built it.
The architecture. You know, when women go to college,
nursing.
They only do
nursing.
Nursing and what else?
Probably law, maybe.
Law, school teacher.
They do the shit that's not manual labor.
Right. Now, they have the highest college rates as far as like grades and graduation.
Right.
But the income is not that of a man.
Exactly. And that's across the board.
Because they're not interested in things like IT and construction and
right
stuff where you get the money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like what is it? Science.
Yeah. Computers.
Yeah, tech, science, software. Yeah, all that coding, all that type of shit.
Right. Right. So, when they say they want to be equal, I'm still trying to figure out what that means. You know what I mean? Because
like equal to where we can sit down and make a decision together as a family. Fine. Equal to where we respect it the same. Fine. But equal to where I'm a man, you're a woman, and it's a certain role that's there for both. Like, I take out the garbage, cut the grass, keep the kid disciplined, money, protection. You clean the house, keep the, love the kid, love on the kids, cook, shit like that. I think the role should be like that, because if it's not, that's when shit begins to be a problem. See what I'm saying? That's when that begins to be a problem, when those roles are crossed. It's always a problem.
Well, I mean, if I gotta die when somebody break in the door, is that really equal?
Hell no. Cause that means 50% of the time I should wake up and say, hey, baby, motherfucker, to go ahead and see what that is. I'm gonna go get the kids.
Right.
I'm gonna go get the kids. Right. You go ahead and see what that is. I'm gonna go out the back door. And I love you.
You're right.
You know, a real nigga can't even think. He can't even think on that level.
You're right.
I'm never gonna. You feel me? Like,
go see who had to do it for me.
Come on,
you know?
now. We don't.
Let me
women don't even go see. Women don't answer the door. I go answer the door every time.
Right.
With my pistol out.
If you listen to it and ask them, okay, so you know they say that, okay, you say you want to be partners, right? But then dig a little deeper. Well, who do you want to be with? Well, I want to be with a man who make over $200K, and you know, does he got to be the breadwinner? Yeah, he's got to be the breadwinner.
Right.
He got to pay all the bills and all that. But I want to be partners.
Right.
That's not a partner.
That's not realistic.
If I'm paying all the motherfucking bills, I'm paying your car note, paying for your weave, your nails, your makeup, your pedicures, manicures, your insurance for the car note, your life insurance, your health insurance, your teeth, your dental, your vision. I'm paying for all this shit. I'm not your partner.
Mm-mm. I'm your daddy.
You know?
I'm your daddy.
I want to hear what Heavy got to say about it.
Heavy. Heavy. Where you at? Heavy. Where you at?
What Tim got to say about it?
I always got something to say. I don't know how I haven't been banned from the show.
You ain't never banned from the show, my baby. Never.
Thank you for that.
Go ahead, Timo.
Well, I wanted to stress a point that, well, and actually give a little bit of a pushback, is that, well, considering that I've been to Iraq, Afghanistan, United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia.
Oh, thank you for your service, sir, too, by the way.
Yeah, thank you, for sure. Salute to Timo.
I gave some gave all. So pass that along when you see a flag of people that ensure our freedoms. But anyways, so I was just trying to give a pushback that there's not, like, in these different countries, there's not really just like one norm. In that, you know, some are a little bit more lenient towards women's rights, and some, like, like the Taliban, like, they just stopped women's schooling. You know, Trump sent him a picture of his house. that one dude, Talamani. But there's other places where you go where there's sort of, I mean, the women still do have to, like, wear, like,
the jobs.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah, and stuff like that. But they're more progressive, and they're more, I would just say, like, more kind of leaning towards, well, obviously, like the UAE, well, and especially Saudi Arabia is like our allies. Yeah, they still do have the crown prince and all that stuff. But, like, if you've been to these countries, yeah, it's still, like, dominated a lot. Well, it's all male dominated, but, well, I mean, pretty much so are we, but it's like, I just want to.
I'll push back on that, because we're not male dominated that much. No more.
Have you ever been to the 5 countries I just named?
No, never.
Okay, yeah. So I served 3.
Well, how about
I served through 2 years in Iraq, 1 in Afghanistan.
I'm not talking about those. Talking about this country. This country isn't as male dominated as you say. But go ahead, continue.
No, like I wasn't alleging that at all. Like when you actually talk to people on the ground, especially like females there, and they're like, wait a minute, women get a right to vote there? And they don't have to wear what we're forced to wear, and they get to go to school? We're like, yeah, in America. Well, you have like 7.5 million people pouring over our borders in the last 2 years. Say, yeah, this is the land of freedom, my man. You know?
Yeah.
But I was just saying that I didn't want to go on a rant. I was saying that all Muslim countries, or what you said, Arab countries, are not all alike. You know?
Yes.
It's just like here, where there's lots of different viewpoints, but the problem, like you guys were saying, like you were saying there, Letterman, it's like there you'll get silence, you know, dig a hole, and then maybe the guy has to do like a sand trap. But my other point was about what we brought up earlier before we got on this tangent, was that about the 5-year-old finding a gun. That's like completely irridiculous.
Like how?
Irresponsible gun ownership.
Very irresponsible.
Yeah, like the parents should be charged. Like
they probably
will.
Know,
yeah, hopefully, because it's like you don't leave a firearm laying around. And then you read the story from Detroit News of like what 5 to 18-year-old people
5
wandering
to 16.
around finding a gun
Yep.
and thinking it's a toy, and also, you know, I'm in favor of legislation which like for the guns going forward, that have fingerprint IDs, like we have on iPhones and Samsung Galaxies. Even on my laptop I'm talking to on right now, it actually has facial ID. Like, the only person that should be able to use a firearm going forward is the person who rightfully owns it. Because way too many people are killed by the gun that they own. So I'm not in favor of getting rid of all guns, but I'm just saying the technology already exists through this second biggest company in the world, which is Apple, which is actually on our phones. Like, you know what? The only person that should be able to hold it and pull a trigger would be if it had, like, the fingerprint scan. And there are guns that already made that. And then there's also, like my buddy has, like a safe, like, for your weapons.
And locks.
Like,
and locks.
Well, yeah, it's locked, but he also has to do a fingerprint.
No, I'm saying there are locks too. They're lock around the trigger that you can put on your gun. You know what I mean? If you're gonna leave it at home.
Yeah. And so I'm more about more gun safety than
control.
This crap about like some 5-year-old picking up a weapon, going, "Hey, I'm playing Fortnite with the kids, shooting some," or whoever did it. Like, you read the story, but yeah, it's like, come on, man, like, you can't be like leaving that stuff, or whoever left it around. That's ridiculous to me. You know, lock up your stuff, or there are weapons you can buy to this, like right now, that have the actual ID. So that way, I'm just saying, going forward, that, you know what, you're legally allowed to own this weapon, but you can't transfer it to anybody. It would be rendered useless. It would just be like a toy gun at that point. And they already exist to this day, like fingerprint ID weapons and safes, like biometrics I think that's the way you kind of go to, like, ensure that sort of thing, because a criminal's always going to try to get a weapon, but, like, they try to get yours, it will be rendered useless. That was my point on that.
Hey, that's a great point, Timo, and I think that would be good. I think that would be good.
Can I respond to Timo real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, Rich.
My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, Saint. You got something to interject in?
No, go ahead.
Well, I don't claim to, have been everywhere you've been as far as those countries, however, I am very well read, on these countries. And, I do my research and, know obviously lots of Arabs because this is like the Arab capital here in Michigan. I'm like 5 minutes away from Dearborn. I've been talking to Arabs my whole life, from their home countries or whatever and whatnot. But my whole point for bringing that up was just to say that you don't see 5-year-olds over there pick up guns and kill their brothers or, kill other little kids. You don't see it. You only see it here. You only see it here because it's a decline in our culture. It's a decline in the family. Right? When they say they want to come over here, when they see our freedoms, they want to come over here for the, we got better insurance, better education. They're not coming over here for the culture. Matter of fact, they bring their own culture over here when they get here.
Well, that's a very good point, and to expound on that is because in those countries, like you guys pointed out, it's punishable by death in a public square. Like when Saddam Hussein got caught, they hung himself in the public square. And our country used to have that sort of firing squad or public hanging type deal where it's like you go to the public square, and we just got so soft on crime where it's like, you just get time, you're just gonna, you're gonna spend.
But if you think about it, in the Wild Wild West, we used to have a public square. Remember when they used to hang people? Well, and they did it right. They did it right there where everybody could see it, and
Yeah, and I'm not talking about the BS of the white on black, like string people up from the trees. I'm just saying back then when you was convicted, and it was like very clear. There wasn't like 25 years worth of appeals. It was like your ass is gonna go to the guillotine, and everybody's gonna see it, and you're gonna bring your kid and go, watch that. Don't be like that, dude. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that's what they do in some of these Arab countries where it is capital punishment, punishable by death. Like even in Singapore.
Do you see a lot of crime over there? Do you see a lot of the kids picking up guns?
Well,
shooting guns? Now, probably what you do see.
No, what I'm saying when I was there, it was a uniformed soldier with an M16A4, so I'm not going to probably see a whole lot of crime.
Probably what you do see. No. What I'm talking about, like in the news and media or whatnot, you don't hear that stuff happen. The same stuff that's happening here, happen over there. Now, probably what you do see, and maybe as a soldier too, because I've talked to soldiers. Matter of fact, I was best friends with a sniper. He said he had to kill a 10-year-old that had a bomb strapped to him. But he had to turn off his emotions because he had brothers to take care of his fellow army, his fellow soldiers. You know, now you do see that. You do see insurgencies, and they use, some of those countries use kids as soldiers or whatnot, you know. But even they know better not to pick up guns and go kill their brother or cousin or play with them like they're toys.
Well,
because they're trained. They're trained like soldiers. So they wouldn't pick up guns and play with them like a toy, you know?
Yeah.
They might be used by some very bad people to go up against, to be in the insurgencies, you know? But go ahead, Tim.
I had to kill a 6-year-old strapped with an IED running at my unit distributing food into a bunch of civilians, and I was the only one to be able to take the shot. Hit her in her right shoulder, shoulder, and then jackasses blew her up anyways.
Yeah,
I ran. Well, it came over comms who's got the shot. I was the only one that had the shot, and I could tell by the way that she had searched fellow soldiers. We had high ground, and towards a bunch of civilians, and yeah, it was like over. When I say comms, I mean over communications.
Right.
It was like, "Do you have the shot?" And everybody's like, no. I'm like, we cleared to go? And I said, yes. Boom. Hit her in the shoulder. She was strapped with an IED, bunch of explosives, about to kill lots of people. Hit her in the shoulder, knocked her on her ass, threw off my gear, ran down. I was on like the 5th floor to try to administer like aid, and they blew her ass up right in front of me.
Yeah.
And and then I looked over. I was just trying to like see if I could save her, and I looked over about, I don't know, maybe a block and a half away, and these assholes were just laughing at me. And
What, her family?
I don't know, because they're dead now. I'm alive. And
yeah, that's fucked up, man.
And my whole firing squad, everybody ran down because I was covered in her blood that they blew up. And then obviously the other unit. So this is like right to left. But anyways, yeah, like they heard a shot come out, like shots fired, and man, if they didn't get smoked, man, they're lucky to be alive.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying, man. I can't do a whole lot on a live podcast, other than it was like, we're going building to building. We're gonna hunt her killers down.
Yeah. I'm sure you could.
It was a different time, man.
You could probably write a book on everything you've been through in your Army days, huh?
No, I don't want any accolades. I'm a pacifist.
No, you probably you probably got a lot of stories to tell, huh?
I mean, a lot of stories, but I don't want no money from killing people, man. I think, like, the only money I ever got just went to provide for my daughter. That's it, man. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I can get VA benefits, all sorts of stuff. But, like, no, that ain't when I joined up in 2003. This is about, don't fuck with our country, man, because we're going to come fuck with you. Strapping, like, little 6-year-old, making me, shoot her, like, in the shoulder, so I didn't kill her. I was actually running to save her, try to get that vest off her and throw it away. I would have sacrificed my life for her as somebody I don't even know. They blew her up anyways, like a remote detonated improvised explosive device. Blew her up, and I saw these motherfuckers like laughing at me, and I'm like, you guys don't know what you're dealing with. Now, it's gonna be a fucking fun time for you motherfuckers.
Right.
Well, because at that point I had already made sergeant, so I'm giving the orders now. That building over there, we're going. Don't care. Not even calling into Central Command. We're going right now. Everybody. You know.
What do you think about? What do you think about the?
But anyways, you saw that one about the 10-year-old. I think I might be mistaken. It might have been me with the 6-year-old, but I didn't kill her.
Oh no, this is a buddy of mine back in trucking school I met. But what do you think about the military going woke and you know, they're allowing transvestites and gays and all this stuff, and you know, back in the Bill Clinton days, it was don't ask, don't tell, right? But I think they completely got rid of it, and now they just letting anybody come on in, and you know, they're promoting this woke culture, you know. They're allowing for, you know, people to get enlisted and actually paying for their transition surgery. I remember Trump was trying to ban it, you know, save taxpayers, you know, a few dollars, but the courts wouldn't allow it, so they let it to carry on. So just what do you think is going on in the military, right? You know, today.
Mixed feelings for sure.
Mm-hmm.
If you can, well, not that last part, but if you can pick up a weapon and stand opposed, if you're willing to fight, more than welcome. And, well, I mean, I'm 45 years old, so I'm out of the military, but I'm just saying, after the Bill Clinton don't ask, don't tell, and then it was like, you can be gay, whatever. I'm like, I don't care. If you can carry a rucksack, you're willing to fight alongside me, and you're willing to die for freedom, for your country, I'm all for it. As far as that, I don't know about that whole surgery thing. That was the other thing. But I'm like, if you are really, and I'm saying, if you can pass basic training, the physicals, rucksack, get your qualifications on the rifles, and that's what you want to do. Excuse me. I'm all for it. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Meaning I because that's what, in my opinion, two honorable discharges is to say, all right, well, you want to be gays in the military, or I don't know, I call them the alphabet soup, LBGTQIA, whatever you want to call them. like, yeah, but if you're willing to go through basic training, pick up a weapon and fight for your freedom, for your country, I got no problem with anybody that has. Because remember, it's not like you just say, I'm transgender, give me a weapon, and you get sent to war. It's like you go through a pretty rigorous process of, drill sergeants, training, do everything. And a lot of those people don't even get on, majority of soldiers don't even get of any sexuality or anything, gets on the front lines and stuff. There's it's normally like, for every soldier deployed, there's about 10 serving behind the ground. So it's like, yeah, if you wanna be a clerk, because somebody's got to process our pay. It's like, yeah, but I will say, because this is a live podcast, it's like, you're not gonna have fun in an all-male infantry unit. Unless you like a really tough SOB, but everybody's gonna respect you, but respect is earned, not given. Start, doing all the things that we all had to do, as far as mile times, push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups.
Yeah. Where'd everybody go, man? Are we the only ones here?
Like day and night fire exercises, and it's like, yeah, that person's worth their salt. But I just don't think, as far as I'm concerned, of anybody I serve with to be like, oh yeah, well, that person is, I can't say this word on the show, but I'll just spell it, AGGOT. It's like, well, no, but no, you see him, but it's like, no, but it's sort of like where they know they have to be that good, and they work that hard, kind of like, where did that F person go? Call his boyfriend or something. Nobody cares. As long as you can hold your weight when it comes down to when the stuff goes down,
Yeah.
I don't know, you could end up the transportation secretary like Pete Buttigieg, which has the greatest name ever for a gay person. Buttigieg. No, that guy was an officer in I don't know, Iraq or Afghanistan. It's pretty funny to me. Apparently he was a good leader there. Not really so much under the Biden administration. Hasn't been. He just got married and he just adopted 2 children. I don't know what the hell that's about, but
Well, he can't have any. Because he's married to a man, so they can't have kids.
Yeah, I know. Then took like 3 months off. So he took like 3 months off, like 9 months into a cabinet secretary position. It's like,
For what?
paternity leave.
Paternity leave? Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
No, serious. Look it up, man.
Paternity
I have
leave.
to carry. Yes.
For adoption?
Well, yes, because, I mean, the adoption process is just long, but he adopted 2 children, which is great because they have parents make money, I guess. I don't know. And then 9 months in to the Biden administration, a guy takes, and this is when we're having them supply chain problems we're sort of still having. He's the transportation secretary, and it's like, can't you, like, Buttigieg, can't you tell your husband to take care of the kids? Because we kind of have a problem
Right.
with the ports in LA. And,
oh, you can't remote work, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of like, he has the right to.
That's crazy, man.
He certainly earned it.
I didn't even.
He certainly earned it to get his 12 weeks off. So that's what's 12 weeks? Was it 3-4 months?
About 3 months.
3 months. Just like not even tell anybody like what's going on. Like, I just adopted these 2 kids. Biden just gave me a $170,000 a year position, and all of a sudden I'm MIA.
I thought paternity leave was like for you know when a woman is pregnant and her body's got to heal up and she's really not supposed to be working because being in labor and giving birth is a very traumatic thing.
Well, yeah, after the 9 months, but the federal government made it maternity, which would be the mother, and then paternity to be the father. So he got his 12 weeks.
Oh, yeah. See, I didn't even know the difference. I didn't even.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a M versus a P parent, like.
Right. Yeah. That's crazy, man.
But it's like, dude. Especially because he was an officer. He just took all that time off, not doing shit, not saying shit. Like,
Yeah. But what's going on, man? What's going on with the show, man?
I don't know. We're running it right now.
Are we still live?
Yeah, we're live. Just running the show.
I know we're on Zoom right now, but are we on YouTube and everything still?
We're on YouTube and Zoom. I don't know what happened to Shank. He's the master of ceremonies, the MC.
Yeah.
I don't know. Keep the show going. Open forum Easter Sunday.
Right.
Let's go into NBA Final. Well, because sometimes they want me to take over the hosting duties. I don't know. It's not really actually put in writing. But alright, so what do you think? Who's your favorite team? No, because the NBA Finals are starting. LeBron's back. They got the 7 seed. And do you have any opinion about the NBA?
Well, see, I don't really follow the NBA, so I'm really like the wrong person to actually be talking about this. But I will say this: I know Kevin Durant is on the Phoenix Suns right now, and I think he has Chris Paul is on there too.
Chris Paul, Devin Booker.
I
Phoenix, so I'm really liking it. They've won 7 or 8 in a row since Durant's return.
What seed are they?
4 or 5.
Okay. Now, the reason why I bring them up is because I would like to see somebody other than the Warriors and other than the Lakers. And, the Warriors have proven that they can win a championship without Durant before he got there and after he left. So now I think it's time for Durant to show that he could win a championship without Steph Curry and, to actually finally prove that he's that all-star that everybody thinks he is, So, his clock is running out. He's not getting any younger. It's time to show and prove, And
Yeah. As a person who lives in Phoenix, it's kind of like, wait, we got Durant now? And he went...
Yeah. I don't know who else is on that team.
Well, Chris Paul, and then Devin Booker, who once scored 70 in a game.
What? Wow.
Yeah, he scored 70 in a game.
Oh, I think I heard about that.
Yeah. So they got Chris Paul, great player, championship hungry. So is Booker. So is Durant. Durant. I put an asterisk by his Golden State joining that team. As far as Durant, I'm a person who gambles a lot, and it was I saw it came across the line. Will Durant make 1+ threes in a game recently? I'm like, yeah, I put 100 on that. He went 6 of 10, scored 29. It's Durant, because he's coming off this leg injury that's been hampering him. I mean, then he went to the Nets, didn't work out well, at all. But it's he's got something to prove as the leader of the team, and he's putting up points. And I think if Durant stays healthy, the Phoenix Suns from the I got to look it up right now, but either way, they're the 4 or 5 seed, they're almost unstoppable. With Durant healthy, it's kind of
well, they were already good before they got Durant, weren't they?
Well, yeah, they well, last year the Warriors beat the Celtics in the finals, but the year before the Suns were in the finals, and largely their team remains intact with Chris Paul, Book, from 2 years ago. And here we go with the NBA Finals. So, you have a healthy Durant. If Durant is truly healthy, which it looks like he is, although he has some, and just no criticism, Kevin Durant, if you're watching the show, he's got chicken legs like me. He keeps getting leg injuries. Well, he's 7 foot. So.
Right, yeah. He's a tall dude.
Yeah, but.
Yeah.
He'll just be shooting over everybody. You're going to put Durant in, arguably one of the better players to ever play the game as far as shooters. Put him in at the small forward. Small forward, he's I think he's listed at either 6'11" or 7 foot. It's who the hell's going to guard Durant when you have Chris Paul and Booker? And then you have at the center position, DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, he's a tough matchup. He's a tough matchup. You know?
Suns are a terrible matchup for anybody.
Yeah.
Because they just add them at the trade deadline. So, anyways, do you have any other topics? Otherwise, let's just.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You know, I've been listening to the news and reports and stuff, and I remember about 20 years ago when Tiger Woods first came in the scene, and
great topic.
You know what? I never sat down and watched golf until Tiger started playing. And I think that's true for a lot of African Americans, you know, where he just it just didn't draw my attention until he started playing, you know, and then he was so entertaining to watch. He kind of made me like golf, the game of golf, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Then, you know, you had like a couple years ago, he went through a number of years where he was battling his back, his injury, you know. And then he finally, a few years ago, won the Masters. And it was like his first Masters in like 5 or 6 years, you know.
Yeah, because a Masters champion has a pass to join every major. Every Masters, excuse me. Yes. He was in the Masters.
So even a few years ago, a few years ago when he won that Masters, that was like supposed to be like his comeback. Okay, well, he's back, everybody, you know, because he went before that. It was like 6 years since he won his last major, you know.
Yeah.
And he comes back. And so he won that Masters a couple years back, and it was difficult for him to do it then. So then he gets into a car accident, right?
Yeah.
And people are saying he may retire. I heard that car accident was so horrific, devastating to his leg, that he should retire as a result of it. But he didn't. You know, in true fashion, he's a fighter and he's an athlete. So I knew we weren't going to see the last of him. You know what I mean?
He retired from today's Masters today.
He withdrew.
Withdrew. Yeah.
So
same thing.
So he did a couple of rounds, and
he got the Sunday. He got the Easter Sunday though, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. So they were taking pictures of his face, and he was grimacing in pain because the Masters, and you know, what they say about Augusta is that it's treacherous. You know, even for somebody who's healthy, to walk around there for 9 rounds, you know, it's difficult, you know.
Yeah, and they were doing, I think, 30 holes today because of some kind of rain delays.
Yeah.
So
right.
So it wasn't just going to be like 18, which is still a task. Then the other 12, yeah. And the thing you said about his back, it's kind of like, did he throw out his back banging all those chicks? I don't know.
Maybe, man. Maybe.
Reckless speculation there. It's like
maybe
he's like banging like 12 that we know of.
Yeah.
Maybe as much as 30 chicks on the side on his supermodel wife and with kids. And then,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden his back is messed up.
Right.
Then his dad dies. Then his mom. Well, because he's half black and half Asian. You know, she was like giving him the business. I would think, like any mother would. Like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, and I like it how
loses all the endorsements, but Nike.
I like how when they asked him about when Trump was in office, they asked him about, you know, how he felt about Trump, and he said, well, he's our president and we got to respect our president, you know. And he received a lot of backlash from the black community, namely because there's, you know, back then there wasn't as many black people who liked Trump. You know what I mean? And if you liked Trump back then you were kind of like a sellout or outcast, or you wasn't really black. And I remember they kind of like accused him. A couple of TV personalities I know, I'm not going to say their name, but they actually accused him of not being all the way black. They said he was half Hawaiian, so he's not really one of us, you know. And I just thought that was kind of like, you know, disrespectful, man, because, you know, it's like a person ought to be able to have their own opinion, you know, and
in the last
think for themselves, you know. Go ahead.
Even in the last couple of years, Trump and Tiger go golfing together at Mar-a-Lago.
Oh yeah, they're best friends. They're best friends. But I just thought the backlash that, you know, was kind of wrong, you know, when he didn't even say anything alluding to their friendship. He just said he's our president and we should respect our president. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that goes all the way back. That goes all the way back to Michael Jordan. He said Republicans buy shoes too. Remember that?
What did he say? Say that again.
Michael Jordan, when asked about his politics, he said, "Well, Republicans buy shoes also."
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Like the late '90s. You know, so it was like, and Jordan's not very political, or if at all. He was just saying, you know, I sell shoes, man, and I'm a billionaire. I own a damn franchise. Like, I'm not going to get into the politics. Everybody thinks, like, yeah, Jordan for president. Maybe. And then...
Yeah, Jordan and Tiger are best friends. That's all Jordan does is play golf now, you know?
Yeah.
But,
with Tiger, and then Tiger plays with Trump, and it's like...
Yeah.
And then everybody, like, tries to make everything about race. And it's like, Barack Obama, his mother's white. That's true. Dad black.
Yeah.
It's the first mixed president, but he decided to make that about race, and it's like...
So I really don't know what's going to happen with Tiger, man. After this withdrawal, I don't think he's ever with.
Did you see today when he had to limp off the?
I didn't see it.
Well, anyways, not retired, but you know what I'm saying, like withdrew or whatever the word is in golf. I don't like.
Well, that's the thing. Is he going to retire?
I don't watch golf.
Well,
he had said this might be his last Masters.
So what does that mean? Does that mean he'll play another tournament that's not the Masters? Or does that mean just all out retirement? You know.
I don't think Tiger's going out like that. I just don't. Like.
I mean, what can he do?
No,
he's almost he's almost 50 years old.
47, yeah.
That accident. I don't know what they can do for him, other than making him the Bionic Man and giving him a robotic prosthetic or something, you know.
Well, no, because there is like the senior circuit that he can join in like 3 years. His legs obviously was hurting him today after so many rounds, and then the rain, so that probably destabilizes his surgically repaired leg. I mean, he made it into the final cut, so that's pretty impressive. I don't know how many people in the world can actually do that, but
yeah, but it was very extreme. It wasn't easy for him like it was in the past before the accident. Like he was in a lot of pain, you know, and I just don't think.
I don't think it's easy for anybody, 47-year-old golfer, no matter who you are. Even if you're Tiger Woods, then coming off of back problems and a leg. I mean, you swung a golf club before, right? Like it's all like legs and arms. It's like
long time ago.
Either way, it's like you know. Obviously, golf comes down to putting, but it's kind of like you still gotta get it to the green if you're gonna have a chance to win.
I remember there was a golfer who sued the I don't know what to even call them, the PGA or whatever. They sued them because they had some type of disability and they had to drive around in a golf cart, and the PGA was telling them no, they can't drive the golf cart. And when they sued them, they won, and they were able to drive their golf cart around instead of having to walk to all the holes.
No,
so I'm wondering.
That dude actually lost that lawsuit.
I thought he won.
Sued.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, it was like he had a limp, but then he was trying to say, I disagree with the ruling, but it was like he wanted to be able to drive around in the golf cart, but it's like the rules of the game at that time were, no, you actually have to walk the golf course.
Right.
Like, go paired yeah, I think that guy actually, I could stand corrected, but I think that guy actually lost it. It's like, oh wait, so I get a golf cart and I get driven around and everybody else has to walk it.
I think if Tiger was allowed to do that, I don't think he would though, because of the kind of person he is. I think he would rather walk and tough it out and be a man. But if he was allowed to, I think he could play. He could probably, play for some more years to come. But he probably wouldn't. And I think they would allow him to do it just because he's Tiger.
Yeah, that's true.
He's good for ratings. He's good for marketing. He's but I just don't think he would do it because of the kind of person he is.
Yeah, I think. I think that he's well aware of his legacy. That back was hurt. That's maybe somewhat fixed. Leg hurt. Whether or not he's gonna be in majors, you know, the four majors, be the Masters.
That's up in the. That's kind of up in the air right now.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But I know. I know.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's up. That's up in the air. That's up in the air right now, and we don't know if we're ever gonna see him again after today. But I do know one thing for sure is I remember when he was winning all those majors when he was younger. Everybody kept saying he may have a shot to beat Jack Nicklaus. But right now, as of today, I don't think that's ever going to happen. I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Yeah, I have some comments on that.
Because what is he, like 3 or 4 behind him or something like that? I don't think that's ever going to happen, man. You know, because he can barely even finish a major, let alone catch up with Jack's record. I mean, looking at it from when he was younger, it looked like he could do it. And if I were a betting man, I would have put all my money that Tiger would do it back in those days. But now, after everything he's been through, after the car accident, him withdrawing today, I just don't see it. I don't see it.
And you sort of have to think about when Jack Nicklaus won all those. It was like a game only for like the rich white man, you know, or anybody that could afford it. There was less competition. You know what I'm saying? Let me compare it to
the courses were shorter too.
Yeah.
The courses were short because I heard it could be a conspiracy theory, but I heard that they lengthened the courses because Tiger's shot was so strong, and they lengthened them because of Tiger. That's what I heard.
Well, yeah, no, everybody's bombing them, and the equipment is better. So the equipment and the golf balls are better, and the caddies can be much better as far as prediction of where it should go versus like back in the Jack Nicklaus days. I mean, nobody ever gives a valid analysis of like, oh yeah, he won a major, but like how many people were in that major, right? It's sort of like the Bill Russell, 1960s, black guy, Boston Celtics.
If you don't know who Bill Russell is, then I feel bad for you.
No, if you don't, I feel bad for you, because
I know who Bill is.
I have an almost encyclopedic knowledge of basketball, but like, 11 titles. There was like only like 12 teams. By the time Jordan came along, it was 28. People were more interested in basketball. So it's kind of like, well, yeah, Bill Russell, yeah, you got 11 titles, but like, you really didn't have much competition. And I can almost compare that to Jack Nicklaus. Like, I'm not bringing race into it. I'm just saying, like, well, Bill Russell,
So you're saying basically it was a different era, and this is kind of like the same conversation we had about Jordan and LeBron, basically. Different eras, different competition.
Less teams.
Yeah.
There was, and back then it was best of 5. Now now this week it's going to be 1 and in, but then the rest of them are best of 7. So that you have a lot more to defeat in the NBA playoffs. You know, so
Yeah.
it's kind of like,
So do you think Tiger's gonna beat Nicklaus's record?
no,
If you had to wager money?
no chance.
Absolutely not.
No, he's
Do you think he'll win? Do you think he'll win another major?
no. I don't even think he will play the Masters again.
Okay, but if it's like the tour or the U.S. Open or something like that,
Well, I mean,
I think if he's in the game, if he steps foot on the course, I believe he has a chance to win. But my thing is, will he ever step foot on another course? That's the question. That's the question for me. And I know he's not going to beat Nicklaus's record. I know that. I'm for sure about that. But
I think he's like, right, but it's, again, like, Nicklaus is what, 22 and Tiger's at 18? He's going to win 4 more? No.
not happening.
Can you win another
Tour?
no, yeah, tour championship? Yeah, absolutely, if he decides to. Like, if his leg is fine, but to me, golf is all about the legs as far as driving the ball and everything. And if his leg ain't right, he ain't right. It goes with like any other athlete. Even arguably, well, no, Tiger's still the best golfer to ever live. Don't care what anybody says about Jack Nicklaus. Like, you know, like,
Yeah, but you know,
he's still like number of titles doesn't matter really, but it's like now there's I just don't think Tiger can win 4 more majors. But sure, like, you know, like he decides to play a couple for shits and giggles. Yeah, he could probably.
I remember when he was on top of the world, man. He was unstoppable.
Yeah, video games, everything.
Video games.
Wife, he's banging chicks left and right everywhere.
It seems like,
country.
You know, it seems like it was yesterday. You know.
Yeah.
Every other game, Woods on the cover. It wasn't even a golf game. It was Tiger Woods. You know.
Yeah, it was called like Tiger Woods PGA Golf on EA Sports. It was like
right.
And then he hit that one shot because then he got sponsored by Nike. On the damn thing, remember when it just rolled in and was
the
like,
hole in one? That was a hole in one, wasn't it?
I think it was a putt actually, but
or
maybe a little bit off the green, but yeah.
But he had so many of those, man.
But it was so interesting how it like rolled slowly in, and you saw the Nike logo. That was so awesome for.
Yeah, and the fist pump that he does.
Fist pump, hug his dad.
He kind of stole it from Jordan, I think. The fist pump, you know. I remember seeing Jordan do it first, but yeah, I mean, yeah, he was just on top of the world, man. It seemed like only yesterday, and it's just to see this and to contrast it, see what happened today compared to. You know, where he was, man. I guess, you know, every legend just has that time in their lives where they're just not who they once were. You know, they're only a shell of their greatness, you know, like it happened to Jordan.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and obviously today that leg was bothering him, so he gave it. I'm still here. He gave a damn good go at it, and
Yeah.
to make it to Sunday, and to me, I ain't gonna poo-poo Tiger Woods at all, ever. As far as
He's definitely a Hall of Fame legend, no question, all of that, you know. But
I'll be right back. I just had to take a piss. I just didn't want to, like, be right back.
all right, yeah. Yep. But we'll see what lies in store for the rest of his career. No doubt. We need some more black athletes playing the game of golf. Hockey, tennis, baseball. I believe baseball is doing the best out of all of those I just mentioned. And basketball is definitely number one, where, you know, we dominate. African Americans dominate. We need to do.
Yeah, and I mean, I want to get back to your earlier point. It was like, this was the first time when Tiger came along.
Was it like the first? Was he the first black golfer? I'm not sure. I remember. Do you remember a golfer named Vijay Singh?
Yeah, Vijay Singh.
But was he? I don't know if he was black or if he was Indian. I don't know, but his skin was pretty dark.
Yeah, I was gonna say. No,
Hold on, Tim. I'll be right back, man. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, no, I'm just on my headphones. So.
Go ahead. Go on one of your little rants. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, so when Tiger Woods came along and was good, shit, good is an understatement. It was the first time in golf where it was, wait, that guy looks like me. Like, I can get into this golf game. Like, this is cool. This is just my opinion. Damn it, I have to drink the rest of this Bud Light. But, oh, I have some highlight. What do I have here? I'm gonna waste it. And that was sort of where it was like, wait a minute, there's somebody that looks like me to people around the world. Where it's like, wow, this guy is good. He's really good. You know? And then when you think about right now today's NBA, or actually, you can probably go back to like Larry Bird, and then after that, as far as basketball, Dirk Nowitzki. But like for the Europeans, and then nowadays, although I think they just got bounced out of the playoffs, Luka Doncic. It's like, whoa.
Luka Doncic, the Mavericks with Kyrie Irving.
I think they might have got bounced though. But no, yeah, I was going on the going on your thread of like from what you said, it was like you would never pay attention to golf because you were like, oh yeah, that's the white man's sport, but here comes this black-eyed Tiger Woods. Well, to character as it half black, half Asian, just to be clear. And then he starts dominating, and it's like, wait a minute, this guy can play, and he was dominating. I mean, 18 majors, you know. You think I'm ever gonna sniff a major? No chance. Will Tiger Woods win another one? Don't think so. Don't even know if he'll play.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
But I was posing the converse thing about how, like, you know how, like, in the 1980s, black people started dominating the NBA. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Then there was like this Larry Bird guy. Well, Larry Bird guy. 3 MVPs, 3 titles, like, 3 MVP, you know, and, like in the 1980s. And then we had Kevin McHale too. And it was like, okay, yeah. And then it was just like a Jordan domination for like a decade. But then you get to LeBron goes and decides, oh, I'm going to go to Miami. I'm going to bring Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade, because you were mentioning LeBron. And then Dirk Nowitzki somehow beats them in 5 in Miami. Like, and it was like, when you're like doing the racial component, it was like, yeah, and then you almost have to look at it if you want to. I really don't look at that through a racial perspective, but I can see where people can sit and they're like, wait, Doncic? It's like, I think they just got bounced from the playoffs, though, so I don't know how good he is, but I mean, he's only like 23 years old.
I mean, I don't know what's going on, man, but I think something's there's a problem or something, man, you know.
Of what?
Because right before Shank got off, man, something was going on with Hefe. He was mad or upset about something. And I heard him in the background saying something. Like he was.
You mean
right after that.
Way earlier, he was mad at you for.
No. After that, I heard him he was in the background, like he was talking to somebody else, and he was upset about something. Didn't seem like he was mad at anybody. He was upset. He was just upset about something, you know. And then shortly after that, that's when Shank got off. And Mandy's been off for quite a while, way before. Mandy! Let's see, yeah, she's still on YouTube. I mean, she's still in the Zoom room, but she can't hear me. She's probably doing something else. But I don't know what's going on, man. I just checked YouTube. We're still live on YouTube.
Yeah.
So something happened. I don't know what's going on, but something's going on.
Yeah. I mean, we was just carrying the show.
Something is going on to the point where you leave everything running and you walk away from the computer. It's that desperate. You know, I just texted him to see what was going on. I haven't got a response back, but let me see. I'm gonna try to call him real quick.
Yeah. Whatever. Sometimes they de facto leave the responsibility of carrying the show.
Yeah, but it's been quite a while now, you know?
Yeah, we talked about Tiger. We talked about
a lot of things.
Finals. Yeah, you know.
Iraq.
Oh yeah, been there, done that. Don't want to go back.
Available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording.
Yeah, so he didn't answer. I don't know what's going on, man.
I don't know. Handle their business, man. This is a show.
Well, I can stay on for a few. I can stay on for a few more minutes, but I can't, you know. I gotta be getting off and, you know.
Yeah, a few minutes. Let's just wrap it up. Then once we leave the show,
final thoughts.
All right, yeah. So NBA Finals or just NBA playoffs. Who you got? What's your pick and why?
All right. Well,
because that's what Shank would normally say. I mean, just like right now as it stands.
You know what?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I really don't like the Warriors, man, and I really want to see somebody other than them win. And in my mind, it's between Phoenix and LA. So, hey, Mandy. I just saw something flash across the screen. Yeah. So in my mind, it's between Phoenix and LA, and I do believe
that's Western Conference. In the Eastern Conference, you have the Bucks wrapped up the 1 seed.
Now, I have no doubt there's good teams in the Eastern Conference. Like I told you before, I have not been following the NBA. And here's my thing too, man. Not to go off on a rant, but the NBA just ain't the same no more. NBA ain't the same to me. You know, I miss the defense. You know, I don't like all the 130-point scores with all the teams, you know.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, everything getting called, foul here, foul this, foul that. You know, it's like the refs are just completely taking over. Everybody's afraid to play defense. It's like it's soft now to me, you know, I just miss the golden days, man. I miss the years of when Jordan played. I miss the early 2000s when we had the going to work Pistons with Ben Wallace and Chauncey and Tayshaun, and you know, I miss those days, you know.
It's been trash for a long time since the introduction in Bird and Magic's first year was 1982 in the league. 1982, and so
Bird played longer than Bird came before Michael.
Oh no! I was just saying that in 1982, when Larry Bird got drafted out of Indiana University, not ISU, and then Magic in out of Michigan State in '82. That was the first introduction of the 3-point line. So it was such. And then the year after is when Jordan came and Ewing, like around that time in the early 80s. And then the 3-point was sort of a novelty, but now it seems like every team has to rely on it with the stupid ass step back threes and now it just seems like everybody is just chucking. Like they're just chucking it. You know, like back in the day you might have had, I mean, I'm talking about 80s, 90s, early 2000s. What had
well,
like
it was a strategic offensive play where they would pass the ball around, and if they would catch a man open, and without anybody guarding him, he would have a wide open shot, and you just take what was available, right? But now, Steph Curry, the way his game is, you have a whole lot of carbon copies. People trying to model themselves off of him, shooting half courts, chucking it up, whatever. And I guess it's the quickest way to start them. It's the quickest way to the money, the big contracts, whatnot. But that's not, to me, that's not
good basketball.
It's not good basketball. No.
It's almost unwatchable.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. It makes sense because they're playing the game that's presented to them. But it's like, they spread the floor, and then they got the people in the corners and everything, and it's just like, it makes sense just because if you're just chucking it up, you will have people back on defense versus like going into the paint. That's for sure. Right? Like, if you're just going to have, like space like around the 3-point line, here, you just shoot it. You're going to have two people back on defense. That would make sense to these teams. But yeah, like back in the day when you had like dedicated shooters, like remember Glenn Rice? I think he's like a career like 44% shooter on
Charlotte Hornets, right?
Charlotte Hornets, yeah. Looks like hit that guy with the ball.
It was him. It was Grandmama. What's his name?
Grandmama. Yeah.
That was his nickname.
Mm-hmm.
He would wear the dress. He would wear the dresses.
Yeah,
on the commercials.
Out of UNLV, yeah.
I forget his name, but
we have a last topic. And, what do you think about the craziness of trans males being able to compete in women's sports? Go.
Okay, yeah.
That's what Shaq would say. Because I know I already have my. Go ahead.
You know what I call that?
Finish off the show on that.
Okay. Now, like I said, man, I don't want to come across as a bigot or, No,
we don't do that. We don't do that on the Shank Show. We respect everybody. We're just saying, what do we think about trans?
Well, I'm gonna tell you what I think.
Trans
I'm
males.
gonna tell you what I think.
Okay. Yeah. Good.
But it's likely somebody's gonna get offended. I'm gonna tell you what I think, but somebody's gonna get offended. I don't think if for anybody who has a daughter that has dreams of being an athlete, I don't think it's fair that they have to go compete with somebody who's biologically superior to them. Right? And you're seeing a rash of these transgender males completely dominating their sport, right? And I think the
male NCAA swimmer was like ranked like 260 something, then won the whole thing by going transgender.
But see, and if you ask me, since you asked me, I don't think it's fair to the biological female. It's not fair. I think they should have their own separate league.
Exactly.
Where they can compete against each other, and just let the females. I don't want my daughter in a locker room being exposed to a penis every day.
Exactly.
You know, I don't think that's right. It's just another example of how this culture is in decline. This nation, I don't know where it's headed, and I hate to see where we're at in another 20 years, but it's just it's no wonder you got 5-year-olds picking up guns and playing with them like they're toys and killing other children. It's no wonder, because we have completely lost all of our morality, our spirituality, our traditional moral compass is totally out the window in favor of do whatever you want, eat whatever you feel. You know, there's no limitations, there's no boundaries, there's no thresholds, and that's where we're headed. That's what it is, and it's not right. It's not right.
And my point on transgender sports is, why the hell, other than the Republican Caitlyn Jenner, you know, the Kardashian,
yeah,
you know, formerly Bruce Jenner, a decathlete, who's
a Trump supporter, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Who said, why can't we just create another cat? Like, I'm just paraphrasing. I don't. Said, well, if this is gonna, I don't know what to call that Caitlyn Jenner person, so I'm just gonna use whatever name they want. Just like Muhammad Ali was Cassius Clay, or Lou Alcindor, like whatever you want to be called. But I thought that person made a good point, just because we're alive. Made a good point. It's like, just create another category, the same way that we do for males, females. Then you just have transgenders, males, because what.
Well, see, and then you run into another problem. You run into another problem. You know why? Because, let me explain. The transgender community is only a small, tiny percentage.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what that person said.
Of the population.
The Caitlyn Jenner person said, you know, this is so small that there probably wouldn't be enough people to even compete, but you could do something.
That's the problem.
Well, she was. I'm just gonna call her she. Hopefully, it's not insulting. I don't want the Kardashians after me at all.
I think you gotta say they.
Okay, that person, Bruce, Caitlyn Jenner, or whatever. I don't give a fuck. She. I think she likes to be called she. I'm just trying to listen, man. I'm going into grad school. I got to learn all my pronouns. But no. But the point is that person was making was that, you know what, we have male, we have female. Why can't you create another third category? If there's enough people to compete in a competition, that's inclusive, that's freedom, you know. if you want a bunch of trans, whatever. Like, in the same way that we do with Paralympics and Special Olympics. Like, what's the big deal? Okay, do the Trans Olympics. You know, then then everybody's happy. You can go compete against your other you're a male that decided to cut your nuts off and take a bunch of drugs and whatever you're gonna do, right? And then, you know, like, and here's the thing, is like, I think the tipping point as far as that whole overarching thing is what happens when the WNBA have to accept trans... Men. Yeah, exactly. Trans males. Because they already... the 12 teams in the WNBA... Remember, I used to be a season ticket holder. They actually send invites to their practices for the practice squad. They compete against all males. But what happens if you get... And it's usually... And they usually like former D1 college players in the Phoenix area for the Phoenix Mercury. That, oh wait, what happens when, oh shit, this person's better than Brittany Griner and everybody. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. All you got to do is look at the penal system. And I forget which state it was, but they made it to where if you identify as a transgender, then they will house you in a female.
With the females, yeah, I saw that shit too.
So what happened as a result of that? You had a whole bunch of female inmates getting pregnant, right? So that's exactly what's going to happen when you let a man play in the WNBA. The whole team is going to have to go out on maternity leave.
I'm just saying that it's going to take. Well, there's really only like two major female sports. One would be the WNBA, which is not really major because it loses $22 million a year. They're supported by the NBA, and then you have the soccer. And when the transgenders decide, oh, I'm not good enough for the men's league, I'm gonna identify as
a female.
a female.
And they'll go there and they'll completely dominate and probably the next Michael Jordan, but on the WNBA side.
I'm saying, like, right now, remember when, like, Dennis Rodman used to wear the dress? I bet at his age, in his mid-50s, if he decided, yeah, I'm transgender, he'd still... And the guy can't score, but at his height, his skill set, he'd probably be drunk the whole game. He'd be like, yeah, I just scored 50 on these. Like, I think that will be the actual tipping point, is when it's like, oh, wait, you know, this male athlete is going to join the WNBA, the WNBA or the National Women's Soccer League, or God forbid, the U.S. Women's National Team, which is like, you know, they're like really good. You know, the soccer team that's about to play in the Olympics. It's like, oh yeah. Well, you know what? You know that Rapinoe? You know that purple-haired, like, the one kind of looks like a boy? Rapinoe? Oh, really good soccer player. Married to a W. No, well, the Olympics, it's going to take, because I think it's going to take the international community, like we were talking about with the other countries. It's just like, they were like, yeah, we're just having male and female in the Olympics. Like, no, you're not putting trans on your teams. Like for the Olympics. And they could do a trans Olympics, you know? Not sure anybody would watch.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
it's getting crazy, man. It's getting crazier and crazier. Every time you look up, man. And, you know, Nike and Bud Light. Nike has a problem now. They took the same transgender and created a whole ad. So.
Oh yeah, for that clown.
Yeah, now they're trying to boycott Nike.
Yeah, that's.
But what's next? You know.
It's sort of like Nike. Ooh, good. Found me some Keystones. All right. Sorry, just had to step away from it. No, I mean, I'm hearing you.
Yeah, no problem, man. But
I like to drink while we're carrying the show. Yeah, it was interesting because when I saw that Dylan Mulvaney thing with the Bud Light stuff, it was on April 1st, 8 days ago. I watched the stock price. They only lost like 1% about that Bud Light ad. And then Nike adds to that. And Nike is like pretty much seemingly bulletproof because they endorsed that person too.
Yeah.
And they survived the whole Kaepernick thing, and even gave him like $10 million. They're a publicly traded company. So is Bud Light. Bud Light is the ticker symbol's Bud, and they make so many brands. Bud Light, Busch Light, Stella Artois, St. Paul Girl. The parent company is called InBev. So they must just think like any backlash or boycotts is gonna pass. Like, and that's why I think Nike was like, they piled on with it. It's like, yeah, well, you know, it's gonna work out somehow for them amongst that community. And then the Bud Light cans are only going to be sold in air quotes select markets, meaning gay bars in major cities. Like, here, buy this can, Bud Light. It's like, no. I mean, like, and then they're probably going to see how, but those two brands are so big and powerful that, alright, you there, Letterman?
I'm live on the air.
Looks like that's Mr. Tons.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna take off, man. I've been. It's been what, 2-3 hours now.
Well, hello there.
Well, no,
Hello,
I mean,
everybody.
Yeah.
What up, Tons, man?
Well, hello. How is everyone?
What up, Tons? I'm hosting the show right now. Well, with Letterman. Welcome to the show, 2 Tons, main man.
Well, thank you.
Why don't you go ask him about the topics we were just discussing. So.
Well, dude, you're the co-host, so okay. Well, we went through some. Man, I don't know why they gave me this responsibility. So we were just talking about. All right, 2 Tons, how are you doing? How you been? What?
Hey, I've been great, man. I've been great. Been blessed. How about yourself?
Yeah, the same. Welcome to the Shank Show, where we get our paper, we stay low.
That's right.
We've had some fire topics. We actually went into a tangent because Shank had to step away for a minute. We don't know why. And the last topic we were just talking about was, what do you think about trans people in women's sports? Go.
Trans people in women's sports. Lord have mercy.
Right, like the NCAA swimmer that was.
Right.
I can give you some background if you need it. Yeah.
No, I'm pretty abreast to it.
Okay.
What's kind of amazing is the fact that this is something that's being actually discussed as something that's actually real and it's happening.
Right.
I mean, it's not fair. I mean, I don't care how you look at it. I don't care how many, hormones you want to take or whatever. And I mean, come on, man. I mean, it's common sense. I mean, a man, that decides that he wants to be a woman, I don't believe should be allowed to play in women's sports because it's just not fair. I mean, you have some strong women out here, but that's very few, just stronger than men. You see what I'm saying? So if you look at it as a whole, I mean, I just don't believe it's fair. It's fair, and it just kind of slaps the women in the face. The women, have come a long way to gain independence, equal pay, equal rights, and all this type of thing. And now it seems that they're being subjugated again. In sports, athletic sports. So, who in their right mind is going to say, okay, Jimmy, now you're not Jimmy anymore. Now you're Jane. Okay. You still got the strength of a man, but since you identify yourself as a woman, hey, come on in and join the team. Oh, look at Jane. She scored 15 medals last year. I bet she did. You know what I mean? Come on, man. What is this? What is going on? And, what's interesting to me is the fact that this is a discussion. If you look 20 years ago, it wouldn't even,
The thought would have crossed anybody's mind.
Exactly. And right now, it's actually a discussion. This is what needs. This is what the focal point should be. The focal point should be, why is this something to be discussed now? You know what I mean?
Well,
what is happening here? What is happening?
On the Shank Show, yeah.
What is happening here? You know what I mean? Why is there so many different things
that's just 20 years ago, it has just been like, what? That sounds crazy. That'll never happen. Why is it happening? Why is everything progressively going in a particular direction? You know, things that you don't even ever think.
What particular direction are we going in?
No, well, some things are going in particular directions of things that 20 years ago would never anyone would thought that would exist. It exists now. You know what I mean? It exists. You know, you got people saying I identify as a tiger. You know, you got people saying, hey, I want to marry my animals. You know, so I don't like people. I don't like humans. You know, so I want to marry my dog, and I'm going to give all of my will, everything in my will is going to go to my dog. You know what I mean? I mean, would you have ever thought, just think back 20 years ago, 25 years ago, right? This would not even be a fathom of a thought in anybody's mind that this would actually even be taking place.
No.
You know what I mean? So what is it so special in today's time? So what, people are waking up? Is that what it is? Because that's what they say. They say people are waking up. So people are waking up. So now you can identify yourself whatever you want. Well, that's what you choose. That's what you choose. You know, to each his own. You know what I mean? But I mean, I just don't think it's fair for a man, a person that was born a man, to be in a woman's sport. You know? But, you know, I mean, I just don't think it's fair.
All right. 210s.
Yes, sir.
So, no, just a sergeant, but, former. But, the question that we was discussing was also, why can't we just make another category, just like we have for the Paralympics, Special Olympics? Why can't the trans males?
Yes, I agree.
Have a category, and if there is that many of them, like in the interest of sort of like individual freedom and liberties, it's like, okay, well, here is the Trans Olympics or something, or like, and not. Okay, cool. Yeah,
so I totally agree, 100%.
We all agree. We're all in the consensus that it's not fair. Wait, hold on. It's not fair, and you know, it's a decline in the moral culture, and we're headed in a particular direction. You know, and 20 years ago, this never would have even been. Who could have imagined we'd be here today?
Exactly.
20 years ago, right? But here's what they would say. Here's what they would say to that. Okay? They would say that my daughter or my son, who identifies as a girl, ought to have a right to go and play with those girls because of inclusivity, inclusiveness.
Right.
Why should we have to segregate them like they did with the black folks, where the blacks had to use a different water fountain than the whites,
right? And
the blacks had to go use a different bathroom than the whites, and the blacks had to go sit in the back of the bus. They shouldn't use these. No, wait a minute, because they use these arguments that they use.
Right. They need to have their own. They need to come up with their own league. That way they don't have to be worried about people trying to be biased, or people might be, they're saying they're spreading hate. They're not letting people be who they are and all of this. Just start.
But they're still going to say that that's segregation, even if we do that. They're going to find a way. They're going to find a way.
Okay, you're calling yourself Jay, right?
They're going to.
But you look like a man, and you built like a man, and you're strong as hell. and you're playing in a woman's sport. Just do your own thing. Start your own league. I'm sure it'll be a big following. You know, all the people in that world would patronize that community. This is a specific community. You know what I mean? And people are afraid to even opinionate their thoughts, or you say an opinion, you know, give any kind of opinion, or they'll be canceled. You'll be canceled. You'll be canceled. You'll be ridiculed. You'll be, oh, he's a hate monger. Oh, he's this, he's that. You know what I mean? It's time for, you know, that. So really, it seems like these people are being bullied, but it's kind of like the other way around. It's like everybody's afraid to even say anything. Everybody's afraid to speak their mind.
It's the other way around.
You know, and even in the schools, right? In elementary schools, right? Hold on a second.
Letterman.
Yeah.
I think that's way different than segregation or
we all think
water fountains.
Timo, we all think that. We all think that. But I'm just saying that these are the arguments that they use.
Oh,
right.
Like
these are the arguments.
Like the males,
the detractors
that become females that somehow think they should compete in the WNBA and
the people who just
sports.
The people who disagree with the opinions we expressed today.
Okay, yeah. I just wanted to put it on wax. I'm like, I think that's way different. Than
it is different, and I get offended. I get personally offended when they try to compare their civil rights to the civil rights of the African Americans.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Like Dr. Umar said, they're fighting for the right to practice to be a gender or to practice a sexual act in their bedrooms, right? When we're as Black African Americans, we're fighting for the right to be human. It's two totally different civil rights. You know, it's not.
Can I add something
same.
here? Can I say something here? I just want to. It's just a small story about a lady.
Yours 2 cents.
Someone from the school called a parent and was referring to the child as a her, and they didn't know who they was talking about, and because they only had a son in the house, and so she said, "Well, I think you might have to, be talking about the wrong person." So then it comes out at this school meeting that if a child identifies themselves as, if it's a boy and he identifies himself as a her, then they don't have to notify the parents. They could just identify and treat and call this person she or her or whatever in the school without the parents even being notified about it. They're not obligated to release this information to the parents. So I'm like, what? So, and this is something that was taking place that a lot of parents didn't even know about. I didn't know about it. I'm a parent. So I'm like, what is this? And what is this?
Yeah.
Well, what happened to reading and math and social studies and gym and science?
Or biology.
That's what the kids.
Or biology class. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well. See,
you hear what Trump said? You hear what Trump said about it, D. Letterman?
He said he was going to ban.
What he was going to do?
Tell us what he said, because I think I heard it.
He said all of that nonsense will be over. He said if he catches any of these schools talking to a child and saying, you know, oh, you feel like you were hurt, but you were born a boy or anything like that. He said if you find out anything like that is going down in the schools, he's pulling the funding from that school. He's making it illegal. He said, well, this is not for children.
But look, they take it further than that, Tons. They take it further than that, and there's actually some psychiatrists and doctors who would give little 7 and 8 year olds puberty blockers, and would actually, yes.
Are you serious?
Because they feel yes, and even go as far as to do the surgery.
Oh my God!
Okay? Yes, it's that bad.
Yeah,
it's that bad.
And
these people are sick, man. These people are sick, and what you have now is a bunch of people who got the surgery when they were younger and are regretting it. You have a whole growing community.
How does a child know anything about this kind of crap? Man, this is crazy.
And
Yeah.
did you hear that California was saying somebody like me who lives 5 hours out of California could take a child I'm not a parent or guardian of over to California, and they could do a gender surgery of somebody over 18. I'm just saying, like, I live in Phoenix, but I'm just saying.
All they got to be with so all the prerequisite is they have to be with somebody that's over 18.
Wow, are you kidding me?
No,
And not even the parents.
Not even the parents or guardian. It's like, oh yeah, well, that's legal now in California. I'm like, man, California needs that 100-year earthquake and just let them.
Like you said, Tons, we are headed in a particular direction, and that one phrase out of everything you said stood out the most to me.
Yeah, think about it. Everybody on this panel right now, just think back 25 years ago. Okay? 25 years ago, none of this kind of talking to children in elementary schools about if you feel like you're a girl in a boy's body, and none of this.
And then,
come on, man.
Did you guys see
something like this?
Did you guys
charged?
Did you guys see the videos of the drag shows going on in the middle schools?
Disgusting.
The middle schools.
Yes.
Disgusting shit.
Oh my God.
If that was 20 years ago and it was like a female stripper dancing in front of little kids,
that would be outrage.
They would be arrested. It would be outrage. Exactly. So my question is,
but it's okay today for a drag show to go on at an elementary school. It's okay.
Okay, let me ask this panel this: how did this happen? How did we come to this? How did this happen? How does this exist now? How?
It's the powers that be, the people in charge, the influencers, the decision makers, the culture. The culture is in a moral decline. We just got done.
Where is this culture come from? What is this?
Tons. We just got done.
Some outer space stuff.
Oh.
Tons. We've been discussing this for 2 hours before you got on. Because we were talking about a 5-year-old Shank brought up.
Yeah.
What happened, Timo?
I was gonna go to that next topic, but well, the first day in office, Joe Biden signed the first day in office the trans right bill that trans can compete in women's sports. The person that won the 200 butterfly in the NCAA championships, trans male, and then Riley Gaines, who lost on actual female to him, was just harassed and curtailed in a San Francisco where she had to actually barricade herself. But yeah, we're gonna move on to the next topic because I know Letterman's got to go. I know you got to go 2 tons. So we're gonna revisit the next topic here. So Letterman, go. You're the we're all the co-hosts now. I'm not the host, but
All right. Yeah, you got tons now, man. Hey, good talking to you, tons, man. I gotta get up out of here, man.
All right. So the topic was a 5-year-old picked up a weapon.
You let him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Timo. Go ahead.
No, he already said he had to go. Waiting back on Shank and Maddie maybe to come back. The previous topic of the show was a 5-year-old. Is that Mandy? Anyways, a 5-year-old picked up a weapon in their house with a bunch of other minors, shot somebody, and we were talking about why aren't people more responsible with their firearms? That's sort of going to be our last topic, I guess. Oh, well, we also did an NBA Finals thing, but we were just buying time, but it doesn't look like Shank might be back. I don't know. And texted me. So that's the scenario. A 5-year-old picked up a weapon, shot somebody else. I don't know. You're on mute.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, so, this is a scenario from earlier in the show. We want to get an opinion.
A 5-year-old.
A 5-year-old picked up a weapon, like, shot their friend in the back with a weapon. And there was a range of children in the house, too. And do we blame the parents or do we blame the kids? I say the parents. What say you?
Absolutely the parents. They should never leave a weapon unattended around children. It should be locked up, put in a responsible place. It shouldn't be somewhere because, kids are curious. They're going to look at it and try to figure it out. They want to examine it or whatever. Might think it's cool or whatever the case may be. It should be responsibly put up. No way it should be around a 5-year-old. No way.
And then we had, did you have any opinion on the pending NBA Finals? That'll be our last topic.
No, I don't. I don't follow sports really. I don't really have time to follow sports.
All right, my man. Thanks for coming in, and I guess I'll do the outros. Thanks for joining 2 Tons. Unless you have.
It's a pleasure.
Well, it's not my show. It's always a pleasure for me too when you join because you come with the knowledge base. We're waiting for Shank and
is Mandy on?
Doesn't seem so. Well, she is on, and Shank. It seemed like something earlier. Like, oh, she's back. All right.
Well, hello there.
All right. Welcome back to the Shank Show. We get a paper, stay low. Is she back? Mandy, you back? Or was that just a blip?
Mandy, are you there? Mandy. You have some fire topics today, brother. Fire topics.
Anyways, she's back.
And she's back.
Maybe not.
And she's gone again.
All right. Well,
and we're back live on the Shank Show, where we get paid and stay low.
Yeah. We're gonna wrap this up. Follow the Shank Show on Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. And thanks for joining. And,
it's always a pleasure.
Nice seeing you again.
Same here.
We out on this. That's it.
Peace.
See you, man.
You got it.
It's like dog nigga, picture in the park. He on the tee now, he gon' have to put that murder down, he wanna be round. Ain't no stretching, ain't no capping, I'm from the deep town. Niggas active, all action, sent 100 down. Got 250 back, please don't speak on this shit if you ain't living that. Shot 50 grams to the V and made 50 racks. Ain't no 6ix9ine over here, we a killer rat. Do the crime, do the time, niggas ain't feeling that. But we gon' make them stand tall, push his cap back. Right now, ride round this bitch Dolo with that strap. I'm trust a bitch, fuck a hoe, she a rat trap. Mix the boy with the pit, that's a Mac pack. Bitch, I'm a demon, I be leaning, fuck